I'm kinda high right now. I'm kinda hot. I said we high right now. I'm kinda hot. I said we high right now. Peggy, Peggy, Peggy.
Book, book, book.
Peggy, Peggy, Peggy.
Book, book, book.
Peggy.
What's good, boy? Yeah. Come on now.
What's good with it, man? Reporting live from Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, San Francisco. Is that Santa Clara, San Francisco? Or Santa Clara, California? That's where the Super Bowl will be played. But we're
Levi.
actually in San Francisco, California.
For sure.
Man, listen, we're excited. Peggy, my guy.
Yes.
How was your travel, bro? Like, what?
Bro, we got, with this travel, I've been hearing you going viral over the travel, brother. My travel was good, bro. I got here. Man, it was good. I've never been to San Fran before.
You never been to San Francisco?
No, I've never been to
Bro,
San
they got some great, I was telling Shells this, they got some great shopping. Why? Yeah. Because this is one of the closest kind of states to China.
Oh, yeah.
China.
Oh, okay.
Right?
But yeah, man. But no, it was good, bro. Like the Charlies and all the situations, going by the piers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different vibe, though. So there's been a lot of talk about Cam Newton, obviously. The last time they had a Super Bowl here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you all play here. But what was your travel like? What's your time in San Fran?
Travel was a little cramped, Peggy. Don't lie to you.
I heard, brother.
But this is the thing, though.
What's up?
I'm glad that somebody popped me.
They popped you, brother.
Because, you could tell somebody that, like, yo, bro, I really be doing, like, regular stuff until, like, they see you doing regular stuff and be like, why are you doing
regular
the stuff that you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Back.
But, yeah, man, my seat was in 40E.
40E?
40E.
Not E40.
Ooh. Bro, tell me when to go.
Tell me when to go.
Like, bro, it was one of them things, like, bro, I know I'm in the moment. I'm hot. Yeah. I'm bothered. And
is that a window, Al? I mean, middle?
Bro, I finessed to get a window.
Ooh!
They had me smack dab in the middle.
No!
They had me at like 38B.
Bruh.
Nah, bro, we got to do something. And this is the thing about traveling, period.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's economy. I don't care if it's comfort. I don't care if it's zone 1, zone 3, zone 8. I don't give a doggone. Mm-hmm. That elbow position can get your check.
Bro, that's a full fight right there.
That it can get your check. So I goes to reach for my bag because I bought, a magazine. And, you know what I'm saying, some snacks.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, reach down. By the time, bam, it was gone. Then he hit me with the look away.
Not the.
Bruh, I said, nah, dog. Yeah. No, we not doing that.
Man, we gonna keep playing around, man. We got some guests today, man. Make sure y'all lock in with us all day for the stream. Listen, we got your guy.
Chicago Bear legend.
Yeah.
Matt Forte. Mr. Smooth with it. You dig what I mean? How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, we're talking about travel and something common but uncommon. When was the last time you flew coach?
To here.
Yeah. What was your seat number?
7E, middle seat.
7?
Yeah.
That ain't
comfort. No, it's a big plane. It's a big plane. So you got the first class, and my original seat was 15E.
Okay, you finished.
So I got enough points on United.
Medallion?
I got
plat.
I think I'm
gold?
platinum. I'm platinum.
Oh, a little plat.
To a little bit of extra leg room.
Say that.
I'm not as tall as you. You're a large human being.
Yes, sir.
So, but also, man, most recently, I think when I went to Africa, my wife, she had went in January, like a year ago, to Kenya, and they went. It was her and the girls, and they did their thing, and they flew first class. So we went again to Zimbabwe, and we was doing some mission work, some charitable work, and I looked at the prices. And she has a back issue. She's got scoliosis. So I'm like, yeah, you can fly first class. I sat in coach.
Where?
I don't have a problem.
How many hours?
10.
10 hours?
Yeah.
Bro, y'all like not regular
Golly.
sized human beings.
I know.
Bro. So y'all like.
So we say that because there's a clip that's going around with me and Coach. I flew 40E.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bro.
You was by the bathroom.
back
Bro, I mean,
wait,
he's serving the snacks.
So much. It was so tight I couldn't even wear my hat.
Bro,
So I was in the seat and then I'm saying to myself, I'm like, bro, what are the unspoken rules about traveling? All right. First off, I'm gonna list down 5 of them, real quick. Bad hygiene is a no-no,
yeah, that's true.
right?
I encountered that on the way here.
Yes.
Coughing,
Oh, excessive coughing.
excessive coughing,
And elbow. You gotta go elbow.
man. That's
In the shirt.
And we all
The
breathing
third
in
one
the
that-
same air.
Bro.
you see what I'm saying? It's tight quarters. It's man to man.
Bro, I
Yes.
mean, boy.
I'm saying cover one, the whole flight. The third one, take your phone off speaker,
Bro, yes, that is one. That is
bro. The fourth one is they got all the FDA approved or this is the law. Who gets the right to?
The elbow space.
elbow leverage.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that a body type deal?
Bro, it's
I was
fighting
in the
for
middle.
position.
I was on
Okay.
the middle seat coming here, and I had both issues. My dude next to me smelled like gym sweat,
Oh.
like that old stale,
Oh.
And I was just kind of like, so I leaned in, but then I was like, and that dude came in late too, but it was a big guy. I ain't got nothing against
Yeah.
big guys, but he was really big and he sat right here. So
Ooh.
I couldn't lean.
Gym
away
sweat
from the smell.
and sweat pack.
So then I'm trying to figure out my arm position. So I put, I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to. And they kind of get like a little pride in. Like, I'm not going to let nobody punk my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put my arms right there, and he sat like this. So I guess
You gotta go under.
I think you got to establish your territory first.
You do.
And hold on to it.
Mm.
You snooze,
You
You
lose.
lose.
but if that territory is moved,
Yeah, you gotta keep it.
therefore you gotta reposition. The last thing that I would say is a big no-no. Hold your weak ass bladder.
If you're in the inside, bro, people before you come, use the bathroom.
And
But
that's
it's the
for any-
worst,
that's
bro,
for
because
any
when you
status.
get comfortable and you sleep,
That's for any status.
and you
Oh,
feel that,
tap on the
bro,
Like,
bro, you don't
tap
see
on the
me,
shoulder, bro.
That's disrespectful.
I'm in
Like,
the
you gotta
third room.
Really go to be.
Bro, I been down.
Out your sleep.
Out your sleep.
Excuse me.
That's crazy.
Bro, that is crazy.
I mean,
work.
I teach my kids, hey, before we get in the car, like
But go and hit that. Go and hit that bathroom,
bathroom, we're gonna get on a plane,
bro. Yeah.
knowing it's a flight, and you
Knowing you in the inside,
That's-
I done put my charges, kicked the shoes
that
off.
is humanity.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have forethought about the other man.
It don't matter. You better, because if I'm sitting next to you or you sit next to me, it comes with some wherewithal of understanding, like, bro, I'm not about to keep doing it because I'm gonna make your life extremely uncomfortable. Man, we got Matt Forte here,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, all-time great for the Chicago Bears. Now, are the Bears back?
Yeah, they've been back.
Been
Ben,
back?
how long been?
Or since Ben
Ben-
Johnson been
Yeah.
It's a double entendre. They've been back.
Okay.
Since Ben Johnson got there, but I think it's obviously you can't get too excited. Like I never always, whenever offseason hit and we added pieces.
Yeah.
When I was there, we added Jay, and everybody was, we going straight to the Super Bowl. It was like, all right, like relax. We still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We added B. Marsh,
Yeah.
like all of that stuff. And so I never got crazy about it. So you got to keep a even kind of emotional status when it comes to, I guess being too forward about it.
Yeah.
Because they still have a lot of work to do. Where they played amazing this year. How many times can we have last-second comebacks? Okay, so is that the way we're going to win consistently?
Yeah.
No. I think we're going to have to do something where we start faster,
Yeah.
and also defensively where we can get some pass rush on the opposite side where we don't have to always come back at the end of the game and try to figure something out.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? What was promising about this year was answer or a question was answered with what Caleb Williams could be.
Yeah.
He came alive.
Absolutely.
Right? And as a fan, when you start to identify the thought of, is this guy a bust? Or is this guy the answer for the franchise? So his ability to escape, his ability to stay even more locked in, which is a veteran quality where guys, as the game gets closer to the end, they kind of dwindle their performance. But for him, that's when he kind of, rose to the occasion. If that will be something that we can expect years past or years moving forward, the Bears are in a great position.
Yeah.
The thing that is probably, I would say, kind of contradicting from what we're used to seeing the Bears be, very hard-nosed, smash-mouth, Brian Urlacher is, Peanut Tillman,
Lance Briggs,
Lance Briggs,
all those guys.
Tommy Harris.
It was reversed,
Yeah.
where now you have a Bears team that is led primarily by their offense.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So, in that way, how you see the Bears, what do you think would be some of the acquisitions, off-season acquisitions that they would need in order for them to stay competitive?
In order to stay competitive, I think with me, I always look up front. Because we know, even though we play skill positions.
For sure.
And, quarterback and running back do mean a lot to an offense, but if we ain't got no lines, I don't care if you can combine me and you.
And it ain't happening.
Still ain't gonna work. Yeah, that's true.
You got guys like Reggie White out there. Like, we need some of those guys.
I thought you said Peggy White.
Yeah. He said it right.
So I think we need to add some kind of either interior, a dog up front in the interior defensive line, or another edge rusher. They got Montez Sweat.
Yeah.
They paying him a lot, and maybe that will catalyze him to, competition-wise.
For sure.
Go and get more sacks and stuff, or put more pressure on the quarterback. But somebody from both edges, coming. So that, and then they solid at. They got Edmonds at linebacker. We had an injury with T.J. Edwards as well, but their DBs have. Nashawn, he had what?
Very
6, 7,
opportunistic, very, ball hawk.
Made the most of his opportunity this year. So defensive-wise, I would say bolstering up the D-line would really put them in a good position.
Yeah.
So for people who may not necessarily know, Matt Forte, how many years?
10.
10.
Yeah.
What does one expect from you these days? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm hosting the Sports Spectrum podcast, and the Sports Spectrum podcast has been around for 40 years, since ‹85. It was kind of the faith-based Sports Illustrated.
Okay.
That was a magazine at first. It's changed into where this media day where we got a podcast, and I'm able to interview people and let them tell their stories. I don't have some kind of angle. We've been a part of football where you give an interview and they put a hot take of what you said out of context, things like that. I let athletes, current and former, retired and active players, tell their story, whatever they want to promote, but also bring in the faith aspect to it, because as we know, NFL and football really does teach you a lot about life.
No, for sure.
And a lot about, the true, I'm talking about the true part of the faith, not those out here who misrepresent it. So yeah, I'm doing that, and our sponsors, Adoption is an Option and Compassion International is our sponsors here for Super Bowl, which is pretty cool because they do a lot of good work internationally with children escaping from poverty, but also as we've all been adopted into God's kingdom, they promote adoption.
It's a good guy.
And I was going to ask you real quick. So you said, a lot of things you learn from football you use in life.
Yeah.
What are some of those disciplines that you use currently in your life, fatherhood, marriage, whatever it might be?
Yeah, a lot of that would be with my children, raising them, is the tough love aspect that we learn from football. There's not a lot of leeway or grace when it comes to getting something right. Either you learn your lesson or you're gonna get that physical pain that comes from not doing it right the next time.
Yeah.
So teaching my kids the way, because they growing up a lot different than I grew up.
No,
They're growing up in extreme affluence. From obviously the sweat off our backs that we did playing football, and that we were able to, by the grace of God, make some good money.
For sure.
So I say the discipline of that. Also, translating whatever business-wise, I do stuff other than the podcast. I have a clothing line called Workhorse Clothing, that it's entrepreneurial type of stuff where it's hard to be an entrepreneur. You don't realize, you think you have an idea and like, oh yeah, it's easy. I'm gonna go boom and do that.
Steps to that.
It's steps. It's a lot of learning, a lot of, and it's just like when you're building your career as a football player. You think like, man, I'm gonna make it to the pros, but then you run up against somebody that's some tough competition. You like, I need to reassess and work on my skills.
And then go back to the job.
and get back to the job. So like the discipline of that, and like just that hard work aspect and the initiative. Like when you love something, nobody has to wake you up in the morning and be like, go do that, go work out. I'm at the field. I'm in high school. I'm going there. In Louisiana, it's 99 degrees, 98% humidity. I'm going to the high school, ride my bike up there, and I'm going to run at noon, the hottest part of the day. I'm running stadiums. I'm out there imagining the field in front. Like that type of mental aspect where you want to put that grind into whatever else it is after the game is what
Let's stay right there, bro. I think for us, going about football in a way where we had to make it to the league to compensate everything in our journey that we've been through. Nowadays, they hit that bag sooner.
Yeah.
Some people can even hit that bag in high school because of NIL abilities for certain states and cities. What is your kind of outlook of the modern day or the new age athlete versus what you had to kind of go through and endure, as you would mention, certain workout strategies, but more or less, what are some of the things that they had that you didn't, that you had that they didn't?
I think the things that we had that they don't have is that pure, like the longevity of being able to play the game for the love of the game. Everything now is geared toward, it's a business. It's more entertainment than it is sports, even though it's sports entertainment. So it kind of, to me, tarnishes the pure heart behind the game. Like in high school, playing for the love of the game, like that almost really, like your senior year is the last time that you're really playing, because when you get to college, it's a job.
Yeah.
You're not really getting paid.
The obligation.
It's a job. You starting to learn to be a man. Coach ain't gonna call you and hold your hand and walk you through this and all that. Now you got kids getting paid more than the coach, and they want to keep them there from transferring, so they can't really discipline them or hold them accountable. You show up to practice, hey man, you late, I'm gonna fine you. Man, I got $3 million NIL deal.
Bro, we gotta talk about that.
What does that mean to me? So then, like, what's the leadership like on the team? If the coach can't lead that way, or how? Like, it's an interesting, dynamic. I'm actually, kind of struggling. Like, how do coaches do it right now? I'm Tulane's former coach, Coach Summerall, just went to Florida.
Yeah.
When I went back to Tulane in the spring and saw how he was talking, he wanted me to talk to the team about growing where you're planted because of how the NIL is, and you can go anywhere at any time and stuff. And my message was, how can you ever establish roots and start like a plant if you just keep getting uprooted and planting yourself somewhere else because you don't like this situation or you don't like that? It teaches you character, I think so. That's some of the things that we learn is like your integrity, your character, because if every move you make is because of money,
transaction.
It's you never have anything beyond transaction.
You're gonna keep moving. Yeah.
So that's one thing. But then something that they have that we don't is that at an earlier age, they get to figure out what not to do with the money.
Yeah, they can mess it up.
They can mess it up
and bounce back.
Still recoup that at some point, for the most part.
Well, yeah.
When you get drafted, say you're a third round pick, you get that signing bonus, and it's like, a couple $100,000, whatever it is, and then you buy your house, you buy your mama a car, you buy your mama or dad a house, something like that, and then you get hurt, whatever. Like, it's like, you said it,
gone.
It's gone. So it would be really hard to recoup. Like, you might not ever be able to see that again. Now, you in college, you know, they giving you some money, you're not so impressed with it to be like, I gotta buy this and buy that and buy that. For the most part, you know, got some people that might just go crazy, but they learn a lesson through that.
Yeah.
You know, you got to bump your head, I guess, before you learn your lesson.
Should it be a cap though on how many times people transfer? And I think you already said
I think
because people, I mean, every week they might be going somewhere else.
You know what I don't like about the transfer portal, and something so platonic or something so unserious. Nobody can really wear a Letterman jacket no more.
Yeah, like what's your alma mater?
What
Do you know the fight
bro?
song? Like, can you?
Bro, like some of the things that we value. I remember they would have as freshmen at each school. Like I went to University of Florida, and it was a badge of honor to sing the fight song to end practice.
Yeah.
Or to start practice. They were like, "Yo, like, do you know this fight song?" Nah. And then all of a sudden now, it's like you're not there long enough to even care. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's so many different elements to sports that it's like, dang, no Letterman jackets, no fight song, no true tradition, or no patch.
Yeah.
Like, how many stickers can you really get? You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that too, because as a rookie, you know, you got your vets on the team.
Yeah.
And I'm in the cafeteria. Hey, Forte, sing the fight song. Them cats can't do that. Now I had to sing the, you know, Tulane.
They freestyle.
Yeah, I mean they making something up probably.
Yeah.
But the tradition,
It's
like
gold,
the history, that type of stuff, like that goes deep. I played at a place where my father played 30 years ahead of me. So
that meant something.
what kind of legacy are you trying to build? It's individualistic. It's way too individualistic.
Even to that point, bro, like we are at a point now where I just was able to experience life in a way to give my kids. Like my jersey got retired at Auburn. And I'm like, you could be good somewhere, but that don't mean your legacy will be felt.
Yeah.
And if you're jumping from school to school, opportunity to opportunity, that bag gonna be spent or spent, as they would say it, by the time you get to an age now where you have an opportunity to get your flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like it will now be connected with others if y'all win the SEC championship, if you win the Mountain US, hey, if you win the Big 12 or the national, like those type of things is something that a lot of people aren't taking into consideration yet. So
yeah, I'm glad I played in the era that I did play in, because I know it's a difficult. I mean, I feel for the kids because I don't know what home situation is like. You might need that NIL deal. Somebody might be offering you something bigger somewhere else, and you might be like,
well, we made it though, bro.
We made it. We did make it.
We needed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, it can't be that doggone bad, bro.
Yeah.
But listen, man, I want to be obedient to your time, bro.
Sure.
Matt, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to jumping on your podcast as
sir.
well too, and let's chat it up, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Matt Forte, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, dog.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boom.
We getting this thing rocking and rolling, bug.
Boom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say less.
Sir, yes, sir, man. Next up, man, we got an NBA legend, bro. We crossing over, bro. We ain't just doing football. We doing basketball. We doing all sports during Super Bowl. So this is something you don't want to miss.
So my thing too,
What's
Pig,
up, bro?
as he kind of approaches, is like, first off, is legacy still a thing?
When it comes to this money,
boy.
it's not. What's going on?
Shake.
Doing all right? What's going on? You all right? I'm good.
You need this on your cushion?
You good?
Listen, we got Mr.
We got a
Baron
legend,
Davis,
man.
you feel
Baron
me?
Davis.
Man, you the fashion god.
No, bro.
Turn into the fashion guy,
Nah,
big dog.
bro.
What's happening?
Man, I'm trying.
What's up with you,
How you
legend?
thugging, man?
Huh?
How you thugging? You all right?
I'm good. This is my first time doing this.
Mm.
Yeah, this is cool. I never.
Been already alone?
Yeah, we don't have this in the NBA.
Bro, it's so many different dynamics that the NBA has that the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, All-Star Weekend to the NBA, that's probably the only comparable. But what I would say is Super Bowl to the NFL, it's more corporate.
Yeah.
All-Star Weekend, it get real ratchet. I don't say that they can't conduct business, but it just get one of them like, hold on.
It's like it's like a quick vacation.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get
but
the
now
side.
you experience this. It's all about networking, and every brand who's a who's who has some type of activation going on in the Super Bowl. What you got going on now, bro?
So I'm hosting Raiders Talk of the Nation, a podcast for the Raiders, and then I'm here at doing a live, so interviewing, dope athletes, future Hall of Famers, legends like yourself, and just talking about football. Football is like my first love. So I just love being around the game. Raiders, obviously, my favorite team. I rooted big time for you, Carolina, because my Charlotte roots, but football is like my shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
Yeah. But what I would ask this: are you from the Bay?
I'm from LA.
From LA, right? Being a West Coast kid, knowing the Raiders as an Oakland, kind of inception team, to see them in Vegas. Does it still have that same kind of vibe or the same kind of frequency?
It's a destination. I think Vegas was the best thing for Raider fans. Because, Oakland own Oakland, LA Raider fans own LA, but Vegas is like the perfect place we can all go and get along. You know what I mean?
Man,
we
bro.
needed that neutral site, but it's also like culture building, right?
Yeah.
Once you kind of start building that culture, establishing that culture, then, I think Vegas is great because you can bring your kids.
Yeah.
You can stay the weekend if it's a holiday. You know what I mean? So it's like, LA, Oakland, the whole California can start migrating to Vegas.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I'm not gonna lie. You just said Oakland. That was the first time in my professional career I had a whole stadium saying, F Cam Newton. Bro, it was the Oakland Raiders. And we played them, bro. The whole crowd was like, F, and they had the black hole.
Yeah, the black hole.
I don't even know if they got it now.
Nah,
but it was one of them things like, bro, them
You got to
faces.
explain that. What's that?
The black hole?
Yeah, you got to explain for the people that know.
Bro,
I want to go down there.
Think Purge. Think Purge faces was like, bro, you did not know, like if Baron is dressed up, you would not be able to identify. He got poo shiesty face paint.
It could be your cousin.
Bro,
he turn on you.
Bro, real talk, bro.
That had to get up out of Oakland.
They really decked out in fandom.
Yeah, real mask,
Bro.
shoulder pads.
Bro, that's crazy.
So you know how they got the Lambeau Leap?
Yeah.
Bro, you score there, they throwing popcorn on you.
You think they worse than Philly fans?
Well, they were so intimate. They were so close to you.
Yeah.
Like when you score, I remember scoring a touchdown, and the dude was right up on me. And bro, he called me
You might
everything.
have squabble after you
real
finish
talk, bro.
scoring now.
Go on and take your little touchdown and get back on to the
Yeah, you better get on the field.
real talk. But for basketball, what's the hostile environment, or what are hostile environments that is okay, I don't really feel safe here?
As far as in
Competitive.
the arena?
Yes.
Utah.
What?
Places like Utah, you just don't feel comfortable. And then the noise level, when they get loud, they get loud. So it's really the smaller
I
cities.
didn't even think of that.
I would say the best place to play is Madison Square Garden.
Why so?
Because
It's
the
place.
bright lights, it's Broadway, just driving the bus to the arena. It's the New York City lights, and everything is under them lights.
Yeah.
So New York kind of bring out a different,
Energy.
spirit and energy or creativity. But the Knicks fans, they love basketball.
Yeah.
So if you kill, they might cheer for you. If you put on the show.
You took it out. Listen, as a basketball player, I'll give you two scenarios. Which one would you prefer most? Going into a hostile environment and nailing the game-winning shot, or being at your home court and shooting the game-winning shot to ignite the crowd?
I mean, long as it's the game winner, I'm cool.
No, bro.
Come on.
Home
no,
away,
no,
bro.
no,
Game
hell
winner,
no.
home
Oh, yeah, on the away, for sure.
So you got the dagger.
Yeah. You got the shot, bang. Oh, let's get up out of here. You run to the locker room. Y'all are antics.
Bro, I got to ask, bro, because it's crazy that you sitting down, obviously with the Hornets. How was the love in the city, Charlotte, when you was there, bro?
Amazing. When I first got there, like, it was real Bible Belt. It was real, like, conservative. But the fans, everybody showed up. Like, people offer to buy you food. Like, it was crazy because people were like, yo, come to our house for dinner. I'm like, what you talking about, dog? I'm from L.A.
Yeah. What you got?
And then you go over their house, they like a whole family, and it's like, damn, I got a chance to, like, get outside of my bubble.
Yeah.
In LA and see what family dynamics were, see what, like, real Southern hospitality was. And the fan, like, it wasn't a lot to do, but the fans, they showed up. Yeah. And then one year, they were like, oh, man, we ain't messing with y'all. We had a playoff game, 5,000 people.
What?
How many?
We have 5,000 people.
But how does that even happen? You're in the playoffs.
Because we're about to move the team.
Yeah.
Remember we moved from Charlotte to New Orleans?
That crushed the city, bro.
Crushed the city.
My goodness.
It was one game, there was like 500 people in the arena. It was snowing. Everybody could hear what you were saying in the huddle.
Bro, that's like a JUCO game.
That's like a little intramural game, bro.
Yeah, bro, it was the worst
That's a run at the rest.
It was the other team, they ain't want to play. We got an easy win. It's like, how do you play in front of 500 people in a 20,000-seat arena?
Man, I'll tell you this, like, obviously my relationship with Charlotte is a tad bit different than most. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is Charlotte needed something to believe in. And I think I just seen T-Mac, walk by leading receiver for the Carolina Panthers. Yep. Like, these individuals don't know. People want things to believe in.
Yes.
And if you give them that reason, when I first came to Carolina, it was Steve Smith. That was the DNA.
Yeah.
Right? Our mantra was keep pounding, and he embodied that in every facet of the word. You got guys like Thomas Davis, then you add in an addition like a Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
Those guys were extremely special in knowing that when the wins came, didn't matter win, lose, or draw, we had the support of the city.
Yeah.
Which was completely different because now I go to Boston to play. Granted, it was COVID, but we win, and there's still something wrong.
Yeah.
You lose, it's like the house on fire.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not used to this. But I'm glad I got to experience it. And I knew I wasn't tripping as far as what my expectation was and what my duties were as a member of the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
It was to win.
Yeah.
The fact that we did win made it even better.
It so did.
But at the same time, like, for you, knowing, and I ask a lot of athletes this question, knowing the pressures that, current athletes have, whether in high school, college, or in the NBA or professionally, what would you give the advice to staying focused? Because obviously your temptations and your traumas and triggers aren't their same ones.
Yeah, I would say I think it's important to build a community, right? Build a community of real people. Have real people in your life. I know social media, with these athletes nowadays, and I'm sure you're in the social media era. I didn't really play in the social media era, but I can imagine the anxiety and the hate and all that is just right at your, right at your fingertips.
That's real.
When you open your phone, so build your community. Also build you a community of other athletes, older dudes, younger dudes, so like y'all can have that bond.
Yeah.
Because when you traveling, like I would say when you traveling in this timeline of being an athlete, like you want to have these moments, experiences, and when you walk away, you want to have that same group of people that know you. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like nothing else matters. Like no hate matters, no obstacle matter. Like there's always like your little brotherhood.
For sure.
Like Stephon Marbury, people don't even believe it. But Stephon Marbury, like my whole career, like if I was tripping, he would call me and be like, yo, bro, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? He'd be like, why are you doing this and doing that? He called me in the playoffs and was like, yo, when you're playing against Dallas, do this, go here. They don't like this. He called me and told me to come out in the draft, don't go back to school. So, having like those mentors.
Trusted
yeah, it's like celebrate the dudes that come before you.
Yeah.
And then raise the guys that's coming after you so you get celebrated when it's your time.
Was that your OG? Like, I know.
Nah, he was like a bro. I think like my OGs was like way older. So think like Magic, Magic Johnson. You got
no, but I'm saying not to say he wasn't, but I'm saying when you first came into the league.
Hell yeah.
The OG that was just like, nah, I'm about to show you directly or indirectly how to move, how to maneuver, what to eat, how to take care of your body, certain things like that. Who was that person for you?
I felt like with my era, you got to kind of learn that shit on your own.
Yeah.
Nobody was giving up secrets.
What?
Nah, nobody was giving up secrets. And then we didn't have like a chef or like meal room. Like we didn't have the facility. No, dog. We practiced in at a park recreation gym with the stage on the side. And like if we wanted food, we had to like order and get it catered from like a barbecue joint. That's in Charlotte. Then in New Orleans, you got to think like
Charlotte sports is fairly new.
over the last 10, maybe 15 years. Is when the new arenas came with the chefs and the practice sites. I missed all that, dude. I didn't catch that to New York.
From Charlotte, so I remember that.
Even when I played here at Golden State, we played in Oakland and Oracle. So we were like the first team to start having cater food after practice.
Yeah.
And then they would have to buy Roof Chris. So they were spending like crazy amount of money. So it was like you had to learn. I think what I learned was, rest in peace, Bobby Fields.
Yeah.
Anthony Mason was my OG. David Wesley was incredible. Rest in peace, Eldon Campbell. Those were the guys who were telling me how to kind of like your routine, how you work out, who to trust, when to trust yourself.
So let me ask you this though, because I think we all do it. Who did you look at indirectly that probably didn't know that you were looking at them?
Everybody. Steve Nash, Marbury, Iverson, Steve Francis.
You got a list.
Hey, dude, I had a trick, like in the summer, be like, yeah, man, let's go work out. You know what I mean? And like work out with them.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, you want to play some one-on-one? And then we'll play one-on-one, and that's how I would figure out their dribble cadence.
So you picking up
or their moves.
Oh.
So like we go work out, and then I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. So like the whole month, I would practice the Marbury crossover.
Yeah.
And I would watch film. So like, because these dudes were incredible, man. It was hard to. They were hard to guard.
This is the biggest knock as far as.
Yeah, I got one after you.
This phase of basketball and the phase of basketball that you were in. Then you talk about the Birds, the Jordans, the Magics. People don't give scoring credit.
Yeah.
Across eras.
Man.
It's like they just think like no offense, no shade. Kevin Durant, the Steph Currys, the James Hardens are the only ones that can score at a high level.
Yeah.
Not knowing that, like, yo, bro, you got guys that was putting up buckets.
Give you a bucket, a walking bucket.
That had to do it tougher because it wasn't as prominent to shoot threes like that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about before the breakaway rim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guys just putting up buckets.
No, for sure. And not everybody had money. So like, think about you scoring 40. You about to score 40 on me. I make barely nothing. No, I'm gonna take your head off. Like, so it was harder to score 40 because the opposite team, like, it's not like you make 40 mil, I make 40 mil, you score 40,
okay,
I score 40.
Yeah.
Like, it's like what am I?
Yeah.
You know, like, what the challenge is being competitive, but when you got like, this dude is better than me, he was an All-American, he got more money, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not panning out, no.
Yeah.
Like, it's real it was like real intense, real beef. And then when you think about, like you saying, across eras, it's the same 10-foot basket.
Yeah.
It's the same basketball. And so when you look at like people like Larry Bird would be unguardable in any era. Kevin Durant would be unguardable in any era, right? Because scoring is an art form.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's an art form. It's an energy. It's a mentality too.
Yeah.
And so when you think of a scorer, you got to think of like wide receivers. Like you can throw the ball. Like they got the personality.
Right.
They want the ball all the time. They live for the flair, but they just have a knack for one getting open, getting in the end zone. Right.
I would say this, man, to any young player, that's the thing, because I don't think a lot of players give the credit to others as they should, nor do I think it's needed, because that may not be that person's personality.
Yeah.
But to be naive to not think that you need somebody else to peep them, to assess their game, to assess their preparation, that person for me was in my locker room. I absolutely adored Ryan Khalil's preparation. Lyman, USC grad, so buttoned up and was a jokester. I love that about him, but also knew when to take it serious and knew like you didn't want to be the jokester where nobody take you serious, and you didn't want to be the, oh man, here comes, you know,
it's the serious dude.
You know what I'm saying? Serious Sam. I wanted to be right in the middle. And I seen guys like Ryan who would lead meeting rooms and to say, okay, this after practice, we got our own personal kind of thing going on. I'm going to cater the food just to keep everybody engaged. And guys perform like that way. My question, or not my question, my challenge to the younger generation is to always to find that guy that you love and admire and study it.
Yes.
It's like, man, if he's there at 6, Derek Anderson, you know, a guy who is very instrumental in my career, would get there at like 6:15 with his Starbucks. This was before the Starbucks app, so he had to go drive to go get it. Seeing these things, and I'm saying to myself, it's like, bro, I want to be that. I want to implement that into how people look at me, and doing it with a way where it may be a question, but it's not. It may not even be a question. It may be an observation where you like watching every single day. Oh man, what is he eating? What is he putting in the thing? So for you to share that, bro, that's mad love, dog.
Let me ask you a quick question, because you was talking about competitiveness. And as Cam was saying, this is closest to All-Star Weekend as possible, which is about to come up. They don't play the game the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you like to see? And then would you change the All-Star game in some type of way? Because now they're doing World versus U.S., but it's like, we want to see, like.
1-on-1. 3-on-3.
Oh, listen. That would be crazy.
I mean, I would say something like that.
We need some smoke.
Because like, 1-on-1, you got to defend yourself, right? You come to the All-Star game, you got to remember, like, these dudes are dead ass tired.
Okay.
But the thing about All-Star Weekend for us in our era was it was a chance to prove yourself.
Yes.
When I was an All-Star, like, I was in Charlotte. So it was like, man, I got to put the city on my back. I got to get a name for myself.
People who weren't necessarily exposed to seeing.
Yes. We weren't on TV every day in prime time.
Correct.
So, and then on top of that, it's like, man, there goes Steve Nash over there. There goes Steve Francis. These dudes are ranked higher than me or got more commercials. And then you're on the team with Jason Kidd, you know, and it's like, okay, I'm studying him and Iverson. It's like, okay, they move with a certain type of swagger. I need to get my weight up. So I'm going into this game to make a name for myself. I think these guys, if the older guys don't set the tone, then it becomes fragmented.
They go harder in like direct on one-on-ones than
summer pickup, because
summer pickup is like,
because people are talking, people talking shit, and then the dude that's guarding you is a dude that's probably trying to make it.
Facts. He hungry,
Man, listen, bro, that's our time, dog.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you,
I
man.
got to get your information. For real. Because where content is now, dog, I always want basketball insight. Even though we all play basketball, we're looking at it in a different dynamic than how you see basketball. Bro, always a pleasure, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Baron Davis, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate you, bro.
Love, bro.
Boom.
Man, next up, man.
Come on, bro. Come on,
We got the comedian, all comedians, man. Kev on stage, bro. Appreciate you, brother.
No. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Come on, bro.
Sit down. Now listen.
Look, he come in here smiling.
Look, bro. Look, this is one of those things where I'm gonna tell my lady about this.
Yeah.
Because we see your content so much. It's 2 videos that stick out to me the most. Number one, when you was walking down the street and you was like, yo, I have to shoot content because I need to shoot content.
Yeah.
Whether I want to do it or not.
Yeah.
And then the other one was, bro, I'm a gatekeeper in my relationship.
For sure.
Bro, explain that, though.
Listen, bro, I'm telling you, I've been married for 21 years.
21
years
Can you
together.
Do something?
Yeah. Same woman, 25 years. So we were 16 years old. And we are now, I'm 42. I don't talk about my wife's age.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't want the internet to kill me. Y'all don't want to hear the truth of what it takes to be a man,
For sure.
to apologize, to do the stuff that requires a relationship to work.
Yeah.
So y'all, I'm not even going to say it. Because y'all going to eat me up. You're going to make me question myself, make her question herself. Y'all don't want to hear it? Be happy. You got it. We had a whole love podcast where we talked about everything, and it seemed like it was everything. Well, we kept a whole bunch of stuff back. My dad was like, hey, man, don't give the world everything, because then you have nothing to yourself. He said, you have secrets, what works for you. You can give general advice, and we gave a lot of advice.
Yeah.
But, bro, I'm telling you, this is my woman in real life. Like, no phone, no fame, no nothing. If I got to go work construction and break rocks, she going to be like, dang, we breaking rocks?
That's what we doing?
We ain't at the Four Seasons no more. It ain't gonna be them fans. It ain't gonna be the people on Twitter.
Listen.
So I gotta make sure she's happy. I brought her 3 smoothies today
Yes.
because I knew she wasn't gonna eat. I bought 3 different smoothies because I didn't know which one she wanted. Right? I said, let me get this one. She might feel like that. She might feel like that.
Bro.
You put that on Twitter, somebody will be like, you wasteful. You don't know your wife? Brother, I don't care what y'all say.
I don't give a damn.
I don't care.
Damn.
She liked the strawberry one.
Okay.
And she had something to eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't make a big deal about that because I don't want to hear what y'all got to say.
I want to say that Cam and Peggy is comedies, Kev on the stage and Tony Baker.
Yeah.
All right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just good chemistry.
Yeah.
Man, y'all two, bro. And I seen Tony in the comments one of the times, and I was like, bro, I'm such a fan of these folks. And what people don't understand, especially about content,
Yeah.
is you're at the disposal of how people react to it.
For sure.
For sure.
How
For
many
sure.
times have you felt like, oh, this the one?
Yeah.
And
Bruh.
it wasn't even it.
Yeah.
The thing about it happens so much, I try not to even care. Like, when I really put my heart into it,
Yes.
put some hours in editing to it, it's almost like the internet is like, oh, you really want this to do well, huh?
Yeah.
I'll give you nothing.
I'll
give you nothing at all. And the thing that I don't even think about, I mean, it's so cliche, but this week, I had my annual physical. And I just tweeted, yo, had my annual physical, black men go to the doctor. Didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah.
I got obliterated on Twitter.
Talk about they got the finger up yet.
Finger up your butt. I said, whoa.
Future finger.
What y'all talking about? Have y'all been? So I just made a video of the comments. Honestly, because I didn't feel like making a video that day.
Yeah.
So I had nothing, but I was like, I got to put something up. So I'm looking at the comments. I was like, let me just put this up, throw something up. That video has sparked so many conversations across all platforms. I got doctors reaching out to me to come talk about it. And I'm like, bro, I did that in 10 minutes while I was waiting for my son to finish soccer practice. Just because I had a little time on my hand, they was finishing practice. It did 1 million views on 3 or 4 platforms. It's like, that's why I say you just got to put the work in.
Yes.
You can't try to decide what it's going to be. You got to put the work in and let the internet decide what it's going to do.
Let's talk about this battle of independence versus pure, unadulterated talent.
Yeah.
I'm in this phase where I look across, I see Pat McAfee.
Yep.
I look across and I see Bleacher Report. I see all these different, extravagant stages.
Mm-hmm.
And what puts me at ease is knowing that I've called myself the culture's cousin.
Yeah.
Cam gonna say something.
Yeah.
It's like, man, bro.
Yeah.
Why?
You eating cookies.
Why? Why? Right? And then all of a sudden, you start to say, hold on. that bag,
Yeah.
you look over there.
And it's right over there.
And it's like.
And it's the biggest one.
How do you get to a point where you have a plan to stay true to yourself?
Yeah.
Get the corporate bag.
Yep.
But also staying independent to having your own ownership as well too.
So it's a little bit of a few things. The number one thing is my most important dream has nothing to do with this. My most important dream in life is 20, 30 years from now, my kids want to come back to my house for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah.
Me and my wife are still together.
That's real wealth.
And they feel like, I love my parents. Yo, let's go to my parents' house.
Yeah.
My mom really go crazy for Christmas. I know your family cool. My mom go crazy
Yeah.
for Christmas. That's my number one thing. So when things don't line up with that vision of 20, 30 years from now, like you got to make those decisions today to make sure that your kids feel safe 20 years from now. It's where was he in my son's soccer team, every home game he had this season, I was there. They ain't won, they 15 game losing streak.
That's over.
We got to the point where we was like, if we lose by 2 goals, that's almost a tie.
Hey, peace
They only
out,
lost by 2
everybody.
goals.
You know,
If we get to a tie, boy, we might as well won.
hey, that's what
But we not winning, bro.
Don't get the grape juice sparklers.
A tie? We and my wife got kicked out. The whole side of our soccer team got kicked out because we was arguing with the refs over offsides. My son will gonna remember that. My parents, even as I was KevOnStage and I was here and there in Super Bowl, when we got kicked out, my parents was in the stands and I was defending his homeboy from one of the parents, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is ownership is important, but it depends on how much ownership and what the goal is, right? You can own 100% of nothing, right? Me and Melissa own 100% of KevOnStage Studios, well, 70%. We put a lot of money in, but we couldn't keep that going by ourselves.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be wise for our family to put that much investment in with little to no return. So the business person to me is like, man, I could own 100% of something, but if I got to finance it, I own 100% of the risk. And I have zero help on infrastructure. So we're partnering with Tubi, where we get to maintain ownership, license our stuff, they finance it, but they get to eat too. But in exchange, they lend me some of their infrastructure, their resources. They're sending me to the Super Bowl or to the World Cup. They put me on TV commercials. I can't afford no Super Bowl commercial, me personally.
Yeah.
But Tubi's like, oh, we'll finance your movie. We can afford a commercial because we partner with Fox.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, you don't want to own 100% of nothing, right? So sometimes it's important to own, but then there's stuff like the podcast, I own 100%. So I try to maintain ownership as much as possible, but I don't stick on it if it's bad business, right? And sometimes the good business is to sell it because I'm creative enough to come up with another idea.
Yeah.
So if it's like, oh, if it's going to be lucrative and then I can take the money I made from that and finance something else that I own 100%, then I'll do that. But I think sometimes we just got to play the game the way it has to be played for that moment. But as black people, we don't always have enough opportunities to own. So we're like, oh, let me hold on
You gotta
to
keep it to your chest.
Mine. But in Silicon Valley, investors, they don't want to own it.
Yeah, they
their
wanna
their
sell
goal
it.
is to scale it
Just
and
scale it.
exit.
Scale it.
You become a billionaire more often by selling something.
Scale or sell.
Scale and sell is a business. They're like, if I own it, I messed up.
That's
But black people,
mentality.
we haven't been able to own
We
stuff
just holding
enough.
it.
We grab onto it and we hold on to it tight. And sometimes that's the right play. Sometimes it's not. And sometimes in the black community, you sell it, you get called a sellout.
Hey, facts.
And in Silicon Valley, you're like, you finally exited,
Yeah.
right? Because you want to exit at your peak.
Yeah,
if I could sell it for $600-700 million, $1 billion, like Mark Cuban wouldn't be Mark Cuban if he said, I got to own this forever.
Yeah.
Let that thing go. Then he gets the Mavericks, he lets that go. So that's the kind of business I want to be in. People who are operating at the top. Bob Johnson created BET, sold it for $1 billion. He moves on to do other things.
Now, you and your wife have that same mentality? And did it always start like this with this type of...
The best thing about her, man, let me tell you.
What you got? Give me.
I got a business genius. I got a lover. I have a friend. I've got a consigliere. I got somebody to calm me down. I'm very competitive. I don't take disrespect well. She can tell me, hey, Kev, actually go off. Like, this is the time you got to reset. Or, Kev, you need to chill, right? We almost got into a fight in Dallas because somebody was disrespecting my people. She came in 5'0" nothing, 100 and nothing, 6 foot energy. You feel me?
Yeah.
She was like, nigga. I'm sorry. Can I say nigga?
You good.
She's like,
Nigga.
Nigga, nah.
We got too much. Like, you can't get in no fights.
Yeah.
Like, are you dumb? You ain't got to protect me like that. Like, I need you to get into the sprinter. Don't be out here being crazy. Like, I know.
Flex.
Yeah, like,
Is it?
oh, yeah, I had a little.
Not the minivan. That's
Come
a
on.
sprinter.
Come on.
With the hand thought.
Hey, you know, I just wanted to slide. I want to be able to slide. I got to slide. But she's like, she's not like, yeah, nigga, go. She's like, I see the big picture. If you get hurt or if you hurt him, he don't know who you are right now. He gonna find out, he gonna sue you because of who you are. Yeah. It's gonna be in the tabloids, like, you gotta chill. So for me, the Bible says he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Yeah. She has been instrumental in everything. When I'm pissed off and I'm about to make a bad decision, take a deep breath, let's talk about this, all that type of stuff. This new tour that I'm working on, I practiced in front of her for an hour straight, just me and her. And she took notes. She's like, this joke is not working the way you think it is. Here's how I think you make it better. It's the best joke in the hour. Like, that's why I tell people, like, this is my everything. It's my only thing. So, of course, 50% of everything, because we are building it together. I feel like I'm the quarterback, she the left tackle. You got to pay her
to watch your back.
I need you because that's my blind side. And they be the quarterback $100 million, they get that left tackle $100 million too. Because he ain't worth $100 million if you ain't worth $100 million.
Man, I want to ask you this from a creative standpoint. Talk to me, how do you really embrace AI and creativity?
You know, I'm not there yet personally, fully. I think little things like CapCut, Canva, those type of things I use. I haven't gotten to generative AI just yet because I ain't gonna hold you, I'm just not honestly sure how I feel about it, right? I got people who I employ that AI is gonna be taking their jobs, right? But at the same time, sometimes I feel like 20, 30, 40 years ago, how we talk about AI is how they talk about the computer. It's like, no matter what you do, this change is coming, right? But as a creative, I feel like true creatives, sometimes that levels the playing field, right? A lot of creatives, because of the internet, I was able to get out into the world in a way that 20 years before I couldn't have, right? I couldn't get out because I couldn't move to LA, so the internet leveled the playing field for me. I think some creatives are gonna be like, I don't have no money for no animator, I don't have no money for no actors, but I got this idea and I'm gonna create this thing, and because of AI, they'll be able to do something they wouldn't have been able to do. As a black person, I'm just like, man, am I gonna be mad at that person who that's all they had access to? You know what I'm saying? But then on the other side, it's like, all these data centers are placed in black neighborhoods, so it disproportionately harms black communities. So I think the answer is, nothing's perfect. With good comes bad. There's gonna be good actors and bad actors. There's people who do things the right way and the wrong way. But in other parts, I'm like, I feel like it's gonna be hard to put Pandora's box back together. So for me personally, I'm gonna hire people as much as I possibly can. But at the same time, it's like, I go to studios sometimes and them cameramen, I used to do the news, there was a cameraman there, come back 2 years later, these cameras are automated. Them 3 cameramen is gone. Sometimes it's 1 cameraman manning 3, now it's completely manless. They got cameras that follow you, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't feel like I can stop the tidal wave, but I ain't used it fully myself.
Go ahead.
But no, it's like when you say like the cameraman, like they're not going, you always have to reinvent yourself.
For sure.
Like, what are some things that you're doing to reinvent yourself, like to stay relevant? Like
Man, that's a great question. I think the reason I haven't fell off yet is because I have changed my style 10 times over. When I first started YouTube, it was like stuff black parents say, and it was long form, right? And long form YouTube was the only way to do things. And then I did that forever. Then it was 10 things this and 10 things that, and then it was sketches. And then sketches became more expensive, so it's harder to do that. Now, over the pandemic, TikTok became so dominant that everything became vertical. So I had to really sit and learn, like, okay, on TikTok, that don't fly. And then Instagram copied TikTok. So I feel like I've just basically studied the game and followed how the game is being played, and that makes me feel relevant as things change. And now it's to the point where you can place sketches back on.
Repurpose it.
You can repurpose. So like my show Safe Space on Tubi, it works as a TV show, but in order to get people to watch it, we got to cut almost the entire show into 9x16 pieces to make you go to TV. Some people got to watch 10, 16 sketches on TikTok and Instagram before they'll go to a TV show.
That's real.
So I think you just got to be in it always. And also follow the makeup artists. The makeup artists are always ahead of the game. Follow makeup art, they're ahead of trends, editing, TikTok, speed, vlog. Makeup artists are always changing because you can only do makeup. So they're forced to do different things to stay relevant.
What I would say is this, and I want to be respectful of your time, but how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy. The first time I stepped on a stage, I was 16 years old. I'm 42, and I've basically been doing it off and on since then.
So what I would say is, your shift in being able to generate an emotion from a person started at such an age that now you see comedy in different versions, different aspects. I've seen is it his name KB
Lame. Yeah.
Like, he doesn't utter a word. He just sold his company close to $700 million, right? Ridiculous. But as you see, and dare I say, making people laugh, what I would say evoking emotion, you see it done in a different way where a guy like a DC Young Fly, a Funny Marco, a Desi Banks, a Drewski who's crushing it.
Yeah.
You know, the Pretty V's, the B. Simones, the Jasmine Browns, like these individuals, Just Hilarious.
Yeah.
They have their own intricate way of making people laugh. And it isn't always the prototypical kings of comedy, the deliriousness, what was the Martin Lawrence's, the Run Tell That?
So crazy, Run Tell That.
You know, all these things, like everybody's not going to have a special.
Right.
So in this world of you know, comedy, how do you stay ahead of the trend? But what is your thing that you always stand on no matter what?
I don't make fun of anything that I'll be embarrassed of later, right? I try not to punch down on people. You know, I try not to ridicule women, anything like that, right? And there's a time where mid-2000s, 2013, 2014, it was like all titties and booty. Yeah. If you start on women's titties, pull back, then it starts to sketch. I see niggas smash past me, and I was just like, I just ain't gonna do it, bro. If I gotta go slower to go, because I know I'm gonna be embarrassed about that later. I gotta explain this to my kids. My grandma gonna be like, now how you do that, Kev? Like, but grandma, titties and booties is, you know.
At that time, look,
yeah.
Circa
so I just couldn't do it. And to me, I'm okay going slow. I saw this quote the other day on Twitter. It said, the faster you grow an audience, the faster they'll turn on you. So I think for me, it's been beneficial to be a slow burn. It gives people the benefit of the doubt. You get grace. And I know they're not going to go away. And even if I were to do something like that, be like, now come on, Kev. Now you know that ain't you. And I think that's the most important thing. And again, like I said, keeping my family intact. I got to see my kids. They on the internet now. So if I go crazy, they're going to be like, now come on, Pa. I got to go to school and deal with that. So I think that's my main focus.
Man, listen, bro. It's been a pleasing pleasure, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
I got to get your information.
I'm in L.A. But I'll come to Atlanta.
We got to get you, man.
Oh, coming down.
Bro. You know what I'm saying? Come to your people.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all.
It's been a pleasure. Absolutely.
And we back, Boog.
Yes, sir.
We back with a guest, though.
An
We're
icon.
talking about icon. Just not a guest. The guest of the guest, the icon. Because when you talk about that fashion, Mr. Put It On.
Yeah.
We talking about the man that Mr. Put It Together, man.
Yes, sir.
Kani, man. How are you, brother?
Things good, man. Love.
Thank you for joining Forte and One.
No, for sure. I'll tell you a quick story, Peggy.
What's up? What you got?
Man, this guy to my left is so gracious. He gave me some extremely good insight just about the whole fashion industry. He didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? And hey, them Instagram, them DMs work, bro. I slid in the DMs, bro. Gave a message, man. We connected. And that's also a powerful kind of networking thing, dog. And the insight that you've given me, man, has also sparked kind of the desire to want more.
Absolutely.
And being creative and doing it the right way. So my first question is, when you think about certain names that are probably even bigger than them, yours is one of them.
Thank you.
Like, you can walk past multitudes of people and not realize, like, no, this is really Carl Kani. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is the generator of what we put on in such a force that was, you know, a part of early hip-hop or 90s hip-hop or early 2000s. How does that make you feel and respond when it first started off as a thought in your head?
Man, it's the ultimate turn your stomach feeling, man, because, like, when I get recognition like that, it makes me want to go home and work that much more harder to maintain and continue what I'm doing. Because, you know, when we started, it was just a dream. We had to turn that dream into reality. And once we found a little bit of success, We never want to fail after that. So every day we have to be afraid of something. We're afraid of failure. So it gets us up every morning and hustle hard and nonstop. We knew who we had to go compete against and change the mentality of kids on the streets, that there's another option out there to wear than Calvin, Tommy, Ralph, and the local people to transition and wear a black man's clothing. So that was something different for us.
Yeah. Now, for the people who may not know, this was an interesting, fact of while talking to you. What region do you sell the most Carl Kani now?
It's funny, international region, Germany, Switzerland, Amsterdam is our biggest market.
It's crazy.
Our brand is probably 8 or 10 times more popular international than is here in the United States right now.
Wow.
And that's because of the power of hip hop and music. Like hip hop is transcended, and over there in Europe, they like to know what's original. They want the original things over there. They do their history. They even got courses in college about hip hop history.
Yeah.
And those people over there, they know the history and they want the original brands that started the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So it's, as we kind of navigate through fashion, as we navigate through how a person may, have their own kind of perception of what's fly, what's not. What would be your way of kind of coaching, the muse, so to speak, to what prompts certain different things of what should be worn, what not should be worn?
Yeah, I feel like timeless basics is always going to be around, and the hardest thing to do is do a basic that everybody's going to want to wear. So it's about you find the right fabrics, the right fits, the right colors, and transcend time, small, minimal logos. That's why certain brands have been around forever. Like Levi's has been around since day one. Why is Levi still cool? They have a simple logo on Levi's. They know their look, they know their customer base, and they know their marketing. That's why they're around. And a lot of brands try to change with the culture, try to change with trends. They stuck true to who they are. That's what we're trying to do, the same thing with Carl Kani.
I want to talk, man. So obviously we see athletes and people on the field, but off the field, fashion is so bold, right? Their uniform off the field is just as strong. Do you have any athletes, no matter the sport, that you like, I like what they're doing right now?
In terms of fashion?
Yeah, in terms of fashion.
I like the way Odell Beckham was dressing. You know what I'm saying? I think he got some style to him. A lot of athletes out there got some great flavor to them. I'll tell you a funny story.
Talk to me.
Michael Jordan and Charles Oakley and Patrick Ewing used to come out to our warehouse in California and get their baggy jeans for us back then. And I know why, because we was the only ones making cool jeans for the big guys. Like back in the days, big guys got a lot of money, but they didn't have no good dope fashion. So we gave them high quality fashion, and we went up to size 60 in our clothing as well too. So we had a lot of NFL players rocking our stuff too.
That's crazy. What was your craziest experience, like working with an athlete or working with somebody? You have like a memorable story that's just like, bro, this is just, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one story. When well, two of them. When we signed, we had 15 NBA players wearing our sneakers on the court. So we had Derek Fisher, Karl Malone, John Wallace from the Knicks. And when we was designing a sneaker for John Wallace, I was thinking of a sneaker, how could like other NBA players want to wear it as well too. So we had to do a color palette on a sneaker that kind of was neutral to all the teams. So that way Karl Malone could wear it on his team, on the Utah Jazz, and John Wallace could wear it on the Knicks, and Derek Fisher could put it on the Lakers. So that was kind of weird trying to come up with a color palette to kind of fit all teams like that.
Yeah, crazy.
What's a can't miss, dare I say, object, clothing item that every person should have in their closet?
Every person needs to have a basic hoodie in your closet. If you don't have a basic hoodie, where you going, man? It's like you can wear it all year round, but the key is you got the right quality fabric on it and a nice vintage wash on it. So make it timeless, something that gets aged better with time, like wine.
Yeah. Now, last thing for me is, when you talk about a hoodie, from the consumer standpoint, they buy the hoodie for X amount of dollars. How much does a hoodie typically cost? Peel back the curtains and tell us what the actual cost for something and what the manufacturers charge versus what the consumers pay.
Okay, cool. All right, so with hoodies, what drives the price up with the hoodies is the fabrication price, the quality of the fabric. Because you could buy a fabric at $2 a yard up to $10 a yard for fabric. So using 2.5 yards in a hoodie, so if you buy $10 fabric, that's $25 in fabric.
So just for perspective, let's say the fear of God kind of, what is that in retrospect?
All right, cool. A hoodie like that out of Portugal is going to cost you no more than like $30-something dollars.
To make and create.
To make and create. And land it here in the United States, about $30-something dollars. good quality, good wash. And those hoodies probably sell for like $200, $250 or more. Yeah. Because think about it, you got to buy it, but then you got to wholesale it to the store.
Yeah.
So if you say you land at 30, you got to put your profit on it, right? So you're going to wholesale it for like 60. Now the store's now going to sell, they take that 60 and turn that to 120. You know what I mean? Plus some little markups on it as well.
Yeah.
So everybody's doubling it up.
All right. Now, I've been known to buy a lot of stupid stuff.
Okay.
What have you charged the most of, knowing that, like, okay, this is ridiculous, but somebody bought it?
Okay. So
That's a
we
good one.
reintroduced some pieces that Tupac wore. Okay, Tupac went to Poetic Justice. He had one of my outfits on, a tan outfit. He took pictures with Jada Pickett at the outfit. We recreated that piece. We had so many people wanting this particular outfit. I ain't gonna lie, we charged a little bit extra for it. So
What's
like,
extra? We need to know.
Okay. So back, I gotta tell you, the price back in the days is $180. The price today is $650.
For one piece?
One piece. Because it was custom. It was recreated, custom one-on-one of what Tupac wore. So you had to have it.
Do you get hands-on still at this day and age? You still?
I'm hands-on in all my design processes. I used to make my own patterns back in the days. I don't do that anymore because it's very time-consuming. My mind just be running so fast. But I used to make my own patterns, but now we have pattern makers that do it. But I'm very inclined what I do. This is what we do every day. Like, I look at like, retire and do what?
Yeah.
You know, so retire, get yourself in trouble. So I like to just stay my mind focused on business.
So just so we know, we're in Black History Month, and Carl Kani was one of the few, if not the first, African-American to own 100% of that company. As we're talking about ownership now, we just had Kev on the stage, here speaking about his experiences with ownership. As an individual were to get into fashion, what would be some of the snares or some of the pitfalls, certain of things that they need to be aware of from a easy kind of basis, of course, as you're educating the masses about fashion?
I would say the most important thing, and I've seen so many people fall in this trap, is owning your trademark and your logo. Because that's the first thing any manufacturer is going to want. Yeah, because that's the biggest thing that you own is your trademark, right? So like, let's say you go into a manufacturing deal, the first thing they want to do is do a partnership with you, but they want to own your trademark. Because that's your asset. Because they could always fire you and still own your trademark. I've seen that happen to plenty of brands. They'll set you up where you do a deal with them, right? And they say, look, man, we got to do a 49, 51% deal because my bank would only let me finance it if we own more of the trademark. So sometimes people say, that doesn't sound too bad, 49, 51%, right? Then they say, man, we even give you an employment agreement, right? So pay your salary for 3 years. You're like, man, that sounds pretty good. I'm getting a salary. I got 49%. So guess what happens when that 3 years is up and your salary contract is up?
They own that.
They don't want to renew your contract no more. And they own your brand. And now you begging. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen to plenty of people before.
That's nuts.
It's a setup. You know what I'm saying?
Without a weapon and a ski mask.
Golly, came at that
Don't
pocket.
give up ownership of your trademark and your logo, man. That's everything you got, right? Without that, you ain't got nothing.
Bro, you still impacting the game now. Even up until this Super Bowl. Talk about, what you're doing in regards to the Super Bowl and how we'll see your brand.
Yeah, man, we got the greatest opportunity right now through a designer, stylist extraordinaire on Karl. She came to me with a concept. She said, Coco Jones wants to wear Carl Kani for Super Bowl. I have this concept where we want to redo Whitney Houston's performance for Super Bowl, redoing her outfit with some vintage Carl Kani pieces. So we took what Whitney Houston was doing, we went on nylon sweatsuits, and did a corset style. It's going to be amazing. Her and the whole orchestra is rocking Carl Kani. So we look very forward and very blessed to have this opportunity to put our stuff out there.
Now, how long does that process take? Because it's not any just day, right?
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest. It could potentially be a holiday for America, pretty much. Like how long and how strenuous is that process?
Well, this process right here, to be honest with you, this is how it happened in the last 10 days.
What?
Yeah, this is how the last 10 days. We've been working 24 hours a day, trying to get this thing done with the fittings and all that. We had our last fitting yesterday, going through final touches today, tomorrow, and it's going to be showtime from there.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The man, the myth, the legend, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Carl Kani, the person who has impacted the culture in many ways and one through every needle and thread, and now he's one of the GOATs of our generation and our life.
But before we get out of here, I do need to ask you about this. Heard you got like an NIL going on.
That's right.
So talk to me about.
NIL. So look, I was at the Yankee Dodgers World Series game 2 years ago. Took my son there. I met my man, black sports agent Joaquin, right there. He was sitting next to me. Didn't know who I was. He didn't know who Carl Kani was.
Yeah.
So I had to break it down to him through the whole game. We started kicking it. He's like telling me all the athletes that he represents. He's like, yo, I got this young kid out of North Carolina. He's on Kyrie Irving's travel team.
Yeah.
He's the real deal. And he's like, yo, let's do it. And I was like, just because of him, I wanted to do the deal before I met Kyrie. And then I met him. And King Kendrick called me. I met King Kendrick. This kid got hops. He's the future right there. So we feel very blessed to be involved with him and help support him for his future.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Super fly.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Carl Kani, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so
sir.
much, brother.
Thank y'all.
All right, cool. Thank you, man.
Man. Well, lock it in, man. We are here, man, with 4th and 1, and we have the look. I
Man, y'all had somebody short over here, huh?
Yeah, I know we had short people on there. You know what I'm saying? Let me help you out, brother.
You know what I mean?
Well, while we get him,
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Mr. Donovan McNabb, bro. How you doing, brother?
Mr. Chucky Suit.
Chucky Suit.
Afternoon, ladies. Afternoon.
Look at her. you know what you're doing. Listen, this is becoming an annual thing now.
Exactly.
It ain't right unless we got old Donovan McNabb.
Look here, 2 quarterbacks sitting here with, with the good man. Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to get him a bigger role.
Come on.
I'll be his agent. Who do I need to talk to? Get him a little bit bigger check. Give him a bigger role, Cam.
Either the bald head or the man with the dread.
That's why I'm talking to the man with the dread.
I don't need to talk.
I'm working on it.
Because you need to tell your client he one step up out of here. Huh?
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know
what I'm saying? What are we doing?
Listen,
Come on,
that's why we
brother.
gotta cut
Hey,
all the black.
we all supposed to be brothers.
Exactly.
We can be brothers, but we just can't be employed brothers. He think he bigger than the program.
I'll discuss with my client.
Yeah.
I'll discuss with him later.
Tell your client, you know what I'm saying, I see what he's trying to do,
Okay.
but he trying me. Huh?
Well, if you can't try the man that's in charge, then who we trying then? Who we trying?
How you doing, bro?
Man, you know what? I'm living, brother, and it's good that, I get a chance to see our good black folks out here together, man.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, but man, boy, when we get back together, it feel like we just seen each other yesterday.
Absolutely. Man, one thing I want to talk about is help me.
Okay.
And it's always one of those things where I don't know if you faced with it, but when you tell your truth, how you see it, as an expert in this space or field of football, when you critique, oh, you a hater. Oh, you bitter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, what you know? Man, you ain't never went on Super Bowl, so why you going to? How do you handle that from your POV?
It's the same thing of what we went through our career, man. You block people out, but if they hating, then that mean they thinking about you and they listening. But if they not listening, then they can't hate on what they ain't heard. Because what happens in the world today is half of it is our own people, and then other people feel comfortable to doing it because our own people do it.
Right.
And they get mad of the space that you in, the things that you're doing, how you accomplish and progressing in life, and you have a voice. And so that they don't have a voice, it's nothing else for them to do than hate. And the ones that hate usually are the ones that's in the space you in.
Yeah.
But they don't do it publicly.
But I think what rubs me or bothers me sometimes is when it's from the person that you have so much respect for.
But that's what I said.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what
it's like the athlete that you had to critique doing your job.
Right.
They take it the wrong way. Ah, man, I don't fool with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Help me.
Well, again, and this is when I think we're lost in translation from a lot of us as human beings. Mm-hmm. Communication is the way of getting to the root of what you think it is to what it really is. Yeah. And so I remember when it went back to when you saying Jalen was an elite. So I go back to you talking about Drake May, and now Drake May playing in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. When Drake May used to do the Superman deal when he scored a touchdown. And they're talking about, oh, man, he looked up to you. You didn't say anything that was heavy or despising anything that he did. You gave him credit. Yeah. You just said, hey, he's a game manager. And I think a lot of times when you say things, people don't really understand the context of it. They just hear
Yeah.
or the little snippet that they
Sound
get.
bite.
Yeah, the little that they get on, they went viral. But they don't hear the context of it. And so I love what you're doing, brother. Keep up the good work. But don't worry about what these other folks are saying because they listen, and that means the viewership goes up.
Oh, for sure.
And then also that means they either liking or disliking you on social. That means, again, they looking and listening.
They're watching.
And so the thing is that people don't realize, and I go through this in each and every day that I live, man, because, playing the game that we played, people are going to like you or dislike you no matter what. But I treat everybody the same. We all stay here. Because I know at some point, some people that like you going to dislike you.
That's true.
And some who dislike you going to end up liking you because they thought about the things that you said and what you believe in and who you are as a person.
But what's the responsibility of having that listening ear, whether they like you or dislike you? You know what I'm saying? Like, because Cam always say, I'm going to tell truth to power.
Yeah.
Like, what is something that you feel like when you by yourself is like, did I say this the right way? Or was this accurate? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or did it come from a good space?
But
what's the responsibility?
who's the judge in that? We are the judge, right? So when we say things, maybe it's not as descriptive as some people may want it to be.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just harsh for somebody to receive it. But when you say it, you're saying it from the heart.
Yeah.
And so this game will either break you or expose you. And so either you got it, you don't got it, or maybe you should rethink it.
Yeah.
And so that kind of is a building block for life. We no longer play. So we see what it is now from an alumni standpoint. Somebody that's played the game, laced them up, got hit hard, ran through people, made people miss, threw touchdowns, got to the pinnacle. Yes, we didn't win it, but we got there.
Yeah.
And so now we know what we could have done, but at this point, nothing we can do to change that.
With your Super Bowl experience, and I'm curious to kind of know, what was in your mind during that time? If you could kind of think back, it's like that you probably didn't give enough credit to, that it had a big factor in how that game kind of unfolded. Whether it was a play, whether it was an emotion, whether it was preparation, all the above.
You know what? I've always kept the business as usual kind of mindset for each and every game. No game is higher than the next. I treated everything the same. Maybe I should have added a little bit more emphasis in that game. But I looked at it in the sense, if we took care of every opportunity that we had and we protected the football and did what we had to do, we would win the game. I felt like we were the better team.
Yeah.
And so, yes, there were mistakes that made, which led to interceptions or maybe a bad read, whatever it may be. But again, I've always said this. My life would be different if we won it, but I wouldn't change anything for the world because it made me who I am today.
Well, a lot of times people hear the winner, and what you just said is like you all got there, but y'all didn't win it. And at the end of the game, you hear, we're going to Disney World.
Oh, yeah.
But on the opposite end of the person that didn't win,
Right.
almost came close, what does that offseason look like? What is that mental, hurdle that you have to get over? And for both of you all, that offseason afterwards, like, how are you thinking? What are you feeling?
It's funny you bring that up because it's the haves and have-nots.
Yeah.
It's the haves is those who have won it. Now you're looked upon as the Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
If you play one play in the game, you're the Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
If you didn't get no catches in the game, you're the Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
You can go and speak at a speaking engagement and didn't even play. Our Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
When you didn't win it, oh man, 5-time Pro Bowler, 5-time NFC Championship member, Hall of Fame of the Eagles, and it's like, I played in the Super Bowl. I played in the era where we played with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and all of these great players that I looked upon as that. But again, it's the off season. What does that look like? No matter if you won or lost, it's still the same. You got to do it again if you won it, and you got to get back there again if you didn't.
Yeah.
And a lot of teams struggle when they come back when they lost because they think they can just redo the same thing they did before.
For sure. You don't start where you finish.
No.
You flush the toilet and
Yes. And then when you do win it, they're expecting you to be what we just seen.
For sure.
And so that's why teams struggle like they do early on. And the thing that bothers me again, these cats don't play in the preseason. So now you can say we getting our work in practice. We knew how practice was.
No, for sure.
Come on, that wasn't game. And teams struggle in the beginning, the first 5-6 weeks of the season because you didn't play in no game situations. So, I mean.
My last question is, you've obviously played for a coach that we think is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Facts.
Andy Reid.
Facts.
Seeing the snub of a Bill Belichick, as you faced him before multiple times, what's your takeaway from, really what transpired
Recently?
Correct.
It's funny to me, and it goes back to our early parts of our conversation we just had here. How do you handle it? Because he had likes and dislikes. And this dislike has now become national. Yeah. And you talk about a guy that's won so many championships, has coached so-called the greatest quarterback and the greatest player of all time. Yeah. And he can't get in as a first ballot?
Okay.
Let alone the guy who owns the team ain't getting in this time.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for the quarterback? Now, see, I didn't say this. I said it just on Stephen A. show. I go, if we didn't let Bill in on the first ballot, we ain't letting Robert Kraft in on this year, Tom can't get in on the first ballot.
Just off of what?
Just off of what we talking about for them.
Success is the same.
What we talking about from them?
Equality. Yeah. If the judges or the selected committee,
right,
y'all got to stay equal, because if y'all have any type of favoritism, any type of favoritism, then it's one of those type of dynamics.
But do that Super Bowl in Tampa Bay real quick. Does that change the?
Now here we go, Cam.
Yeah.
Here we go. But that's one of those things. That's one of those things that we obviously had to talk about. Listen.
Come on with it.
It was just one of those things, bro. Listen, we was talking about Bill Belichick's snub, right?
Yeah.
And him playing for a coach that we think is
one of the top 5 coaches. We'll say top 3 coaches.
Let's say first ballot in our book.
In our book,
Andy Reid. Now, for you to see the snub of Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick, a person or a coach that you've played against, how are you now looking at how do we judge Hall of Fame players?
Man, since I'm not a coach, I don't know that standard there, but you say he's a top 2 quarterback of all time, so he's going to get in.
Coach. Who's top?
Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Hey, he's the top 2 coach of all three. I mean, whatever that number is, right? He's going to get in. So when you think about that, is it a snub? It wasn't a first ballot? Absolutely, but he's going to get in. And then you talk about, well, he should have been. He should have been a first ballot, and we all know that. So that's something you can rest your hat on.
So does that mean Tom got to get the same treatment?
Tom going first ballot. Stop playing.
Listen. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Say stop playing.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
Some would say
exactly.
I don't know if it's standing for a coach, but as a player, somebody gonna get.
But that's what I was saying. Does Tampa Bay championship make Tom Brady get in over the rest of them?
Huh? No, I think like 3 Super Bowls in, probably like
3 Super Bowls in. He got more than 3.
That's what I'm saying. He's got 8, 7, whatever that number
Bill
is.
Too.
Crazy.
So I'll put it in perspective. Right.
Robert too.
Right.
If we're having this conversation for the Saints to honor you in the Ring of Honor, and first ballot comes around and they say Cam Jordan, you would think so, but then you say he's not a first ballot Ring of Honor recipient.
Then who would be?
That's what we're saying.
That's the argument.
And I understand that part. And so if it's not Bill Belichick, so no coach is worthy of being a first ballot coach then?
So, and we said Andy should be. But with Bill not being,
who is?
So who is? And is he part of this whole dynamic with Robert, Bill, then Tom?
Because some of the pundits say the reason why is because he had an NFL disagreement.
Discrepancies.
But it was also tied to the third individual.
Yeah.
So how we gonna play that?
I don't know. I'm see
Don't plead the fifth.
the way my mind works. I'm a Saint, and all I care about is Drew Brees getting in this
Again.
week.
So
First ballot.
and
if that, then
if Tom doesn't get in, and Drew gets in the first ballot,
right.
what does that look like?
I don't know. Drew's getting in first ballot. Then Tom's getting in first ballot, and then we'll worry about that. But, I mean, he also had to play 2 more years to break all Drew's records, but they were broken.
It
is what it is.
He didn't just chop the legs off.
What did he say? Hey, look, women lie, men lie.
But numbers don't, bro.
All right.
Hey, as the young kids say, bar.
Hey, listen.
I ain't young.
It's one of those interesting takes that I don't think a lot of people are really wrapping their brain around.
No. But I just put it down on your show.
The holes that can be punched in really taking the Hall of Fame. See, this is what a report that I read. And I don't know how true it is. Bill Belichick wrote a letter to the Hall of Fame trust.
Before or after?
After. And said he does not want to be affiliated with it in any shape, form. Therefore, all his paraphernalia, all of his things that he's given the Hall of Fame, he wants to extract all those things back.
Because he didn't get in, right?
Given the fact that he's now taking his name out of the hat, I don't want to ever be in the Hall of Fame.
That's what he's saying.
Give me all my stuff back.
I know my hall I belong in.
You dig what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So, is that one of those things is like, I'm going to take my ball and can't
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds
That like it sounds
But
like.
the thing is, I can see if he was on a tweener and didn't have the statistics. He has everything and more of people that's in the hall and probably people that's voting them in. So that's just like, y'all not playing quote unquote fair. So what is the rubric? I have to win. I got to win championship.
Peggy, that's why I'm with you, Peggy.
Like, bro,
Peggy, that's why we gonna get it back.
Peggy!
I'm going to stay
about to get paid. Listen here. I'm telling you, and that's the thing that I think people fail to realize because, and I think for the outsiders who don't know, and for us as former players, because we always had the question, what's the criteria?
Right.
Because it's numbers for certain people, it's trophies for certain people, it's all pros for certain people, but not for everybody. And
Bro,
so
that's the thumbnail right there. That's
Likeability.
Look here.
What's the criteria?
What's the criteria? Because Bob Kraft got trophies sitting in his office.
Just
of
on the
Super
flow.
Bowl wins and the losses.
Using them as
On the
prop.
flow.
And so Bill walks in. Bill didn't just walk in as a first-time coach. Remember, Bill was coaching in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Bill was a quality control special teams guy in the Giants. And then Lawrence Taylor told this story. And then when Bill Parcells was looking for a D coordinator, he brought the dude that was a special teams assistant coach as the D coordinator, Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point on, it skyrocketed. So he won Super Bowls in New England.
Mm.
Greatest coach of all time, if not one, then two.
Yeah.
He don't get in. Greatest quarterback of all time, if not one, then two.
Bro, listen, which brings perspective to now wrapping this whole thing all around. I would love for fans to understand this, and I'm not just saying this because I didn't win. Everybody's not going to win the Super Bowl.
100%.
And that should not be
100%.
contingent off of how we look at them.
Mhm.
Everybody's not going to be a Tom Brady. Everybody's not going to be a Michael Jordan. Everybody's not going to be a LeBron James or a Kobe Bryant. Those guys are anomalies.
Right.
To be able to have the stardom, the skill set, the look, the mindset,
The winning percentage.
the win. It's like, bro,
as
Patrick
the starting
Mahomes
quarterback.
is not real, bro. He's a action figure that we've seen created on Madden.
Yeah.
But what would they say about him right now? He's not who? He's not Tom. But he's beaten Tom. And before this year, he's played in every AFC championship.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he's not able. This is where it goes back to what's the criteria.
Criteria.
We should crown Patrick Mahomes as the greatest right now. All the dude, and some will make the argument he's not there because he tore his ACL. That could be a viable.
But no, who else tore the ACL?
Brady.
There you go. And his career skyrocketed from there.
He did not have the success at that age.
Yes.
You know.
But that's what I'm saying. If Pat, let's give or take, if Pat can do another 5 years, and I'll say 7, because in the way the game is now, he say 7. Say he wins 1, maybe 2 more Super Bowls, but he's playing in the playoffs. Hey, he might pull a Josh Allen in the next 5 years. Yeah. Lose second round, lose AFC Championship, whatever it may be. He will go down as the greatest quarterback of all time.
Sure.
He will go. And again, I've only said 1 Super Bowl.
Even with less amount of Super Bowls than Brady.
It don't matter.
Bro,
it don't matter. But see, why was Tom better than Joe? Because of what? Super Bowls. It wasn't because of the ability. Yeah. It was the Super Bowl.
But I don't get that, though. When you talk, and Cam says this too, though. The Super Bowl is a team sport.
Correct.
Only one person.
But hear this, and I saw
Why
this.
Does it carry so much
I saw this.
But think about that. So we just said New England won, what, 7?
Yes.
Is it 6? 6, and then he won one in Tampa, so that's 7.
Yes, he had 7.
He had 7, yes. And then
New England 6.
Yeah, New England 6. Yeah. Okay, so, and this is the funny thing. How many people on that team gonna make the Hall of Fame? No more than 2.
Because his kids
Gronk
should definitely be in there.
Yeah.
And that's it.
No.
Richard Seymour.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Richard Seymour.
Yeah, that's early on. But what I would say to this is what cemented, and I agreed at the time, but I don't think Patrick Mahomes will fulfill Tom Brady's legacy because of
the Super Bowl.
It's not just the Super Bowls. It's him winning in Tampa immortalized him. Why?
Yes.
I was the replacement. When I went to New England, why the hell would you go to New England right after the greatest quarterback? So I'm hearing the whispers. I'm eating the crumbs that he left. Like it was so awkward at times where even going for dinner, going for lunch.
Oh yeah.
Well, quarterbacks usually like it this way. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have to change their vernacular. They still had pictures of him up.
Yeah.
So what immortalized Brady was the fact that there was an unspoken word. We want to, and this is why this year's Super Bowl is different. Nobody would ever admit it. Robert Kraft would never admit it. And if Bill Belichick was here, he would never admit it. Josh McDaniels would never admit it. They want to win so bad this year because they will be able to say,
push that.
We did it
without Tom. Brady. Yes.
Because
that
there, Brady did it without y'all. Without it being
you talking about the Tampa Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what made him immortalized.
Yeah.
And Bill Belichick took a hit. Robert Kraft.
Oh no, he took a real big hit.
Because now
took a real big hit.
You follow up Brady by having a 6-10 season, and then you get another coach fired, and now all of a sudden we're back where we know we were supposed to be. But it gets real tricky when you have those locker room DNAs say, like, I can admit something.
The New England way.
Off camera.
Yeah.
That's like, we can't allow him to win or keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it happened that way, now it looks at Robert Kraft and you look at Bill Belichick in a sense where maybe it was Brady.
Yeah. Oh, no, 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
The Patriots wins the Brady way.
Again. And I feel you with that filling a role after a Hall of Famer. I did it in Minnesota when Brett left.
Mm.
And remember, Brett went to the NFC Championship. And then the next year, he battled his injury, and they weren't as good. Then I come in, and it was like the same thing.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, can you get us back to the NFC Championship? And it's like, do you see what we got out here? What?
But how do y'all say that without saying that?
Listen.
You can say it now.
Yeah, you can say it now.
You can say it now.
Y'all like,
I was 34. 34, I'm like, boy, life was good in Philly.
Yeah.
Life was good in Philly.
No, for sure. And I'm looking at it. I'm looking at.
And he built his team in Tampa.
Yeah, he did.
No, got
that boy recruitment. Boy.
But he brought somebody out of.
Come on, girl, come on. We giving you.
Bro, he bought
Say, man,
somebody out of
what you doing?
retirement.
He was like Michael Jordan on Space.
Do you love your life? Do you love your life?
Man, listen.
Why don't you come on down here with me?
Come on.
Let's go get another. Hey, another topic that I have that I want to kind of discuss. As a member of that Super Bowl winning Tampa Bay team, I feel a certain type of way, and it's not even a black-white thing. This is a just right thing. Right as in RIGHT thing, exclamation point. When you have a guy, Mike Tomlin, right? When you have another individual who loses his job that is a minority, and you have a guy like a Byron Leftwich, then you see the revolving doors of coaches, the Mike McCarthy, the Matt Eberflus, the failed coaches and failed experiences that.
But we don't get that opportunity.
Come on, bro. Then you have a Raheem Morris who loses his job, even though congratulations to him being San Francisco defensive coordinator. I understand that. I get that.
But is he really being brought in as the defensive coordinator, or is that more of a buddy deal? That's more of a buddy deal.
But I think where we are is like Peggy just mentioned, I want to call truth to power. Because it's so easy for people to kind of overlook certain things. It's like, oh man, that's not a big deal. But it really is a big deal.
It's a major deal. And the thing that I kept hearing on networks was more of no African-American coaches hired as head coaches. And my question is, take Robert Saleh out, which he's a minority. Take out, being in the job in San Francisco with Raheem. Carmichael being brought as the OC in Buffalo.
Dave Canales.
But he's not going to be calling plays. Brady's still going to be calling plays. And so that's more of what I'm looking at is these coaches that are position coaches who have the ability, being under these Sean McVays and Shanahans and all of these young gurus, why aren't they getting moved up to be an offensive coordinator somewhere? Like most of these coaches who were quarterback coaches,
and then now,
who are now becoming head coaches.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this, and I just want you to just think about it and let it marinate in your
Remember, I'm coaching high school too now, so
listen,
go ahead.
They don't give minority coaches, black coaches, thinking jobs.
I'm done. That's what I set you up. You see how I set him up, Peggy? I set you up.
What's a thinking job? Let's go tit for tat. Quarterback coach.
Coordinator.
Defensive coordinator.
Owner.
Linebackers coach.
D coordinator.
Right? They'll give us a quality control.
Oh, yeah.
Receivers.
Oh, yeah.
Running back.
Yeah.
Deep cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Control your boy.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to thinking and to say, hold on, let's strategize this. It's one of those things.
Peggy, did he take the alley-oop? Did he take the alley-oop?
And Vince Carter.
You know what I'm saying?
But when you keep it so 100.
Correct.
And it's abundantly clear. It's apparent, bro. It's like, what are we doing?
Correct.
You here tomorrow, bro?
I'm here.
Bro, you gotta come.
Tomorrow. Same time.
Bro, same time, bro.
I'm here.
Date, bro.
I'm here, brother.
You're the only person that's getting
what I do.
Come on, bro. Thank you, bro.
Love, bro.
This is what I do.
Here we go. Part 1, Donovan McNabb.
Exactly.
You dig what I'm saying? Get ready for
Stay
part
tuned,
2.
ladies. Stay tuned.
Man, love, bro. UFC Hall of Famer.
Legend. DC,
man.
Daniel Cormier.
I'm good, boys.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, y'all killing it, man.
Man, listen, this is what I love about Radio Row. Having the ability to go from athlete to another athlete in a different field, to a different personality, to UFC, basketball, NBA, it just doesn't matter.
Yep.
How long does it take a person to get in fighter shape?
Oh, I mean, are you talking about like with a foundation of fighting, or just like?
So,
Street or what?
I'm talking about with a foundation to say, why does it take so many fighters so long to get ready for an actual fight?
Because, dude, the intensity inside the octagon is like nothing you've ever seen. Because it's nonstop, right? So like when you get into a fight, so think about this. We've all had fights on the street. It lasts 15 seconds.
If that.
You be tired too.
Yeah.
You swing so hard that you're tired after 15 seconds. You fight 25 minutes for a championship. So yeah, it takes a long time. It takes about 3 months. When I was fighting, I would cut a lot of weight to 205. I'd weigh like
205?
Bro, I gotta tell you, one time, it was November 29th, Thanksgiving, 2017. I woke up the next day after Thanksgiving. I weighed 262 pounds. On January 18th of 2018, I weighed 204.7.
Bro, what are you doing?
I lost almost 60 pounds.
How?
My nutritionist moved in my house like a week after, and then he fed me everything. But I needed 3 months to get in shape to fight. I lost almost 60 pounds. It was crazy.
Bro, it's mind-boggling to understand, given that I can fluctuate weight. I got it. I can fluctuate weight in a way where some would say like that's not healthy.
Yeah.
I can go from 250 to 245 to 270 to 250, like in a matter of weeks.
Yeah.
And it was a skill that I learned because being in the league, we had weight check. I think as a fan, as I kind of shift gears, my last question is this. Out of all the times being an athlete in the UFC in combat sports to covering it ringside, what fight had the most tension, energy in it?
Conor McGregor, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Bro, you've never seen nothing like that. You've never in your life seen anything like the Conor Khabib fight. From Conor talking about his religion to his father to like the fight, then Khabib jumping over the fence to fight him and his team outside afterwards.
Did you feel safe?
Bro, I was there with my son. Khabib's one of my teammates. I jump over the fence to go help. Then eventually I catch my head. Right? You see your boy fight, you want to go help him. I finally catch my head, and I'm like, let me try to stop the fight. But what was the best thing is when I jumped the fence, my son was like 11 or 10 at the time. He tried to go help me. Security had to grab my family and go put him in the back because dude, it went crazy. Then all the Irish people, they throwing liquor, alcohol, Khabib fighting on the ground. It was nuts, man. Hey.
Bro, that's all.
Hey,
bro.
It was crazy. It was the best.
Bro, I got to get your information, man.
Tell me.
We have, Coach Dungy waiting right here, but I do want to kind of finish this discussion of knowing the difference between your sport, our sport, and football, and what are the similarities?
There's a lot of similarities. Bro, I just started a new podcast, Champion Mindset.
Yeah.
My first guest was Tom Brady, and we were talking about the preparation. It doesn't vary all that much. It's not that different. Obviously, you're punching and kicking and doing all the things like in that sense, and you guys are in the playbook more, but in terms of mental, the note-taking, everything, dude, it's very, very similar. Bro, you going to battle. Yeah. You going to battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big DC, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, you're the man. Thank you, boys, for having me. I appreciate that, man. Thank y'all.
Yo, what's good with it? What's poppin', man? Here with another episode or another segment of 4th and 1. As we always get it done. This particular individual is a legendary head coach, Coach Tony Dungy. There's been so many people that have spoke of your greatness. And in a world where being a fierce leader and doing it in a way that is leading by the strike or leading by words of rah, 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 you've always been a very humble individual that has impacted the masses of men, a true leader of men. So from a former player that didn't have opportunity to play for you, I've always respected you from afar. And thank you for all the things that you've done for this game and for us.
Well, thank you, Cam. It was a real honor for me to coach in the NFL, and you kind of talked about my style. I started coaching with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was 25 years old when Chuck Noll hired me. I'd never coached before, and I asked him, what am I supposed to do? What's my job? And he said, as long as you're coaching for the Steelers, you only have one job, help your players. So when he told me that, I thought about, well, who were the guys that helped me? Well, it was the coaches that encouraged me, the coaches that taught me, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help my guys be better players and better men. So for 28 years, that's how I tried to do it.
That's remarkable. Being a Super Bowl winning coach, right? What are certain things of preparation that the fans may not know or understand about coaching in this game?
This is a different game because you have 2 weeks to prepare and all the focus is on you. It's the biggest game, and so you don't want to leave any stone unturned, but then you get down here for a week and you've got all of this going on. So how can you keep it normal, keep it together, and stay focused and not try to do too much? I remember Sean McVay a couple of years ago saying, you know, I outthought myself in that second week and I probably tried to do too much. So for me, it was really just, guys, this is what we do, this is who we are, let's just make sure that we stay focused on us and we don't do too much.
There's so much to be said about this time frame and so much game planning and self-scouting. And when I look back when I played here, it really came down to when we settled in, it was executing the day one install stuff. Like we had such a game plan, like we knew what the Broncos was trying to do, and then all of a sudden we got in the first quarter and it was a blur. Second quarter, and it was like, man, look, let's just go to quick game. Let's just pick up the tempo in a way, and we were able to move the ball, not enough to win the football game, but I just thought back to as we're having this conversation, all the hype that's built on something still comes down to the first day install executions from basic coverages to under, over, or quarters, or cover three. How that has been able to see or show itself in today's game has been something that I don't think a lot of people really pay attention to.
Football doesn't change. You played against Peyton Manning in that game. Peyton was my quarterback when we went to the Super Bowl, so he's got 2 weeks to get ready for the Chicago Bears. He watched 100 games of them and all their cut-ups, and he knew exactly what they were going to do. But you know what? We still got to go out there and run scat right, H-dig.
Yeah.
First play we ever put in. We've called it 5 or 6 times. If we execute it, we're going to be in good shape. We don't need to do new stuff. We don't need more. We just need to do what we do well.
Right. Now, as a coach who's had a great eye on talent, what did you or what do you look for in how you observe talent from this dynamic of really bringing in the best player that suits your franchise at that particular point?
You know what? I put a big premium, Cam, on character. Talent you can see, you can measure, and you want to do that. When I coached at Tampa and Indianapolis, I had our scouts give a letter grade for athleticism, but also a letter grade for character. And we were looking for those A characters, that teammate that everybody wanted to be around, that elevated everyone else. If we got enough of those guys, I knew we were going to find talent.
Yeah.
Okay, but teammates that want to be together, that want to play together. And I look at these two teams. We've covered New England 3 times. We had Seattle once. And what you see is that togetherness, that unity, that teamwork. Nobody's the star and other people below them. Everybody's together. And I think Coach Vrabel and Coach McDonald have done a great job of doing that and putting that together. My assignment for NBC was to do the interviews in Seattle. And all they talked about is the people that they brought in. Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence is a great player, but he's a leader and a great person. Cooper Kupp, fantastic receiver, but he's galvanized the receiver room. And that to me is what wins championships for you.
Yeah.
Now I got to ask you, so building that relationship, head coach, quarterback, because he pretty much is your mind on the field. How do you build that relationship, that trust, and what did that look like between you and Peyton?
You try to build that with every player, but it's really special with the quarterback because he's your mouthpiece. He's the guy that represents you. and you want to have the same vision
Okay.
that he has. So, hey, Peyton, this is how we're going to do it. Here's how we're going to build it. We want to be accountable. We're going to be explosive, but we want to take care of the ball. And you just keep giving him those kind of key words until it becomes second nature to him. Then he starts repeating them, and that becomes his mantra, and then you know, hey, we got it now. We've got it.
What was always intriguing to me, Peyton Manning was obviously a generational kind of talent or thinker. We're sitting here with Tony Dungy, the first African-American coach to win a Super Bowl. And I want to give this type of perspective about your players. And that's why I asked the question about talent, because you had Reggie Wayne, you had Marvin Harrison, you had Dallas Clark, you had Edgerrin James. In this world of sports, of football, in their prime, they will still be explosive.
Yeah.
And you guys were kind of ahead of the curve with being able to do those type of things. And they all had their own kind of knack for whatever. Dallas Clark, I believe, went to Iowa.
Yeah.
You got Marvin Harrison. Yeah. You have, Reggie Wayne, the U. Edgerrin James, the U. Everybody's personality is different. Peyton Manning, obviously going to University of Tennessee. These different people, as a right recipe, blended very well. To that, how do you orchestrate that into real life as far as building your village?
That is the key thing. And we're bringing people, and that to me is the great thing about sports, especially football. You bring people from different walks of life and different dynamics. Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne grew up about 6 miles from each other in New Orleans.
Did not know that. That's crazy.
They never saw each other, never did anything together until they got to Indianapolis, 900 miles away. And then they become this tight-knit group. That's what sports can do, and that's what we wanted. We want to bring that locker room where everybody feels part of it, everybody's together. It's not one group over here and the receivers over here and the running backs over here. No, we're a team.
For sure.
And when you have leaders that believe that and buy into that, Edgerrin James was phenomenal, bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
So listen, man, I want to be respectful for everybody's time. Coach Dungy, thank you for being a beacon of hope and being a reliable source for people to kind of look back and say, be you, sure. Right?
Just be
you. So much that we can keep discussing, but thank you for all the memories that you've given us as a coach, being a person that's heavily faith-based and doing it the right way.
Well,
thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. And I have to say, I pulled for you all the time, except for my son was a freshman at Oregon in 2010. You guys are playing the national championship game. You beat Oregon on the last play of the game, and I said, oh, man, I'm sad for Eric, but I'm happy for Cam.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Coach.
Good to see you.
Thank you now.
Thank you.
Man, listen. Listen.
Jingo.
Let's circle back to like 2000 and what is it, 2020?
Yeah,
2020, COVID, yeah.
COVID, yeah.
20,
Listen,
2021.
We got this players only meeting or a players only kind of workout.
Where we at? Where we at?
Orange County, California.
Yeah, Cali.
So we out there working with, a space that, could hold us or whatever. We had all the receivers, tight ends, running backs kind of show up.
We deep.
Everybody there. It's like 1, 2, 3.
Chill out. Chill out.
I'm like, man, where's KB at? I'm like, KB? Who? Kendrick Bourne, where he at? And here he come running down about 10 minutes later.
Late.
Man, my fault, fellas. Ooh. I said, what happened to you, bro? Man, last night, man, it was lit. I said, what you was drinking? Man, them lemon drops had me go. So here's to the world that I present to some and introduce to others. Hey, Kendrick Bourne, a.k.a. Lemon Drop.
Lemon Drop. What's up, fellas? Thanks, man. Thanks, man. It's good to see y'all, boy.
Are you crushing, bro?
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Man, you know what? What was it about Mac this year that you was able to see him in New England, but San Francisco mac and cheese?
Yes. No pressure. You know how it go. Weight lifted off. It's just different, bro. So, I was proud of that dude, man. He was able to just play free, be himself. That boy in front of the boom box. He ain't never acted. You acted different, man. I like it though. We lit, you know what I'm saying? In the front, so just that energy is what we need. So we both stepped in at a good time, man, and so we took advantage of our ops, but it was fun, man. All the antics is fun.
You back, bro. What that feel like, though?
I'm back. Being home, being home is a breath of fresh air, bro. Like, we know how New England, rough. I was getting
Let's talk about
I was drained out there, boy.
What
Like,
is that, though? No,
it's just a culture, bro. It's just a militant, bro. Like, over time, and then the culture changed, different coaches trying to figure it out.
You played with Mayo.
Yep, I went from
How
Bill
was
to
that
Mayo.
experience?
It was cool, bro. He just wasn't ready. He wasn't really ready. You know what I'm saying? No experience in head coaching, so it kind of felt like, bro, he my teammate.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you my coach. So I think he did a bad job of differentiating that, like, separating that coach and player, teammate. So it just felt like he didn't transition that well, but it was weird, but he just kind of wasn't ready, bro.
Yeah. Man, I look at a person like yourself, bro, and I remember the time that we shared together that all season. Man, I was trying to do any and everything to bring our culture together.
Come on.
Right? Because it was tough because when you had COVID, it was like, bro, we can't even just pull up to each other's houses because you had to get the nose swab or you had to do certain things.
Tracker.
Bro, what people did know is, bro, we would go to New York. Yeah. And we would rent a Sprinter. And everybody would go to New York. Shout out to Jacoby. We had Big Trent. I don't know if Nikhil was on that trip.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It was a couple players.
I don't think so.
And one of the quotes that I had, bro, I remember Fat was with us. And Fat was like, man, y'all just scoot on down. I'm like, man, ain't about to sit no knee to knee with no nigga.
We kept saying that.
Everybody sit knee to knee to that nigga.
Listen to saying that.
Hey,
from Young Thug.
Bro.
Hot right
Hey,
now.
But during that time, bro, it was so intriguing because I knew you was high energy.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro, at this destination, it may not be welcome, but trust me, I've been successful with being me. And I wanted to always encourage you. It's like, bro, I would love to see.
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
Acting
that
up.
was who Lemon Drop or KB was. He was like this high energy kind of guy that needed good energy or like a more playful energy.
That's real, bro.
That like now he's the guy that's gonna catch it and give him like 5 seconds to let the spin
Come on.
ball and
You know what time
and now
it
you
is.
go into a dynamic now where
Yep.
it's shunned. It's like, man, come on, man, don't stop all that playing. And it's
On the
hard
song.
for players to kind of really morph into the best version of themselves because you try to dictate how it's supposed to be. And that's where my perspective would always change. Like, it's many different ways to skin a cat.
Yep.
When you see young players, now you're the OG. Now you're the vet. How do you counsel or give good advice to allow you to be, or allow you to be the best servant, so to speak, to them as they become the best version of themselves?
Bro, it's really monetizing everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Good, bad, ugly. You can always turn it. You can skin a cat any way.
Yeah.
You said, dog. So like, for me, if I'm not so hot, how do I take accountability? I can really monetize when I'm down.
Yeah.
How do I be humble in a time where I made a mistake or something? It'll go a long way with who I want my image to be. And then when you up, when you winning, you catch your touch, boy, you better turn up because that's my advice. You know what I'm saying? When you're down, be careful, but you can still build off of that. People love humility. They love the story of coming back, bringing your game back, bringing how I got released and then came back to. They love that story.
Yeah.
I monetize it on socials. Like I'm running with it.
Yeah.
It's my time to monetize it. So, and then what you're saying, like first down celebrations, touchdown celebrations, bro. You got to build your brand. Like really, that's why I love your thing, bro. 4th and 1. What y'all doing, bro? Watching y'all and how it's lit, bro. It's engaging. You know what I'm saying? After football, like you doing what you want to do.
For sure.
And I'm trying to teach myself that now as I'm playing. But that's what I would say. Monetize everything, man, because it's so much more after football.
Bro, when you say celebrate, though, because both of you all had an opportunity to play something that you were doing for free as kids in the backyard.
Yeah.
So now you being able to change your life to play the same game. Like that celebration, because Cam, even with him playing,
Turning
you
up.
for the celebration.
Yeah.
Like, what does that feel like, and how do you keep that near and dear to your heart? It's like, bro, I'm going to celebrate this moment because everybody don't get this opportunity. Like, what's running through your mind? What's running through your heart in that situation?
It's really keeping that kid like joy. Like we playing that kids game, like really understanding that, keeping that mindset. But when I got that, I got a little incentive this year. I was already ready to celebrate.
Yeah.
I had it planned. You know what I'm saying? So what you asking, like, what? How do I be thinking about it? Or like, how does it come? I'm ready to go. Like, I know I'm 2 yards away. Everybody know.
Hey,
if I don't know,
I'm telling you, bro, what does that look like? Are you going to the quarterback and say, hey, bro?
It's an unspoken rule, bro. It's unspoken.
It's unspoken rule. So like Brock know, like, hey, when you pass me this ball, hey, don't call the huddle right now. Give me about 10 seconds. Let me get right. But Brock like, yeah, I'm gonna get that to you. You know what I'm saying? So those conversations kind of happen. It organically happens. I don't never want to force it.
Yeah.
But once I got that cheese, you know what I'm saying? The first time I did have a play before that. Well, I was so ready to celebrate, I dropped the ball. But I caught the ball, but then I dropped it to like celebrate. Boy, they reviewed it. I look stupid.
Goodness.
Looking like a
Hey,
dog.
listen.
I'm so ready though. I'm like, it bit me in the ass.
It's two things, bro. Kendrick Bourne that I'll never forget. And Peggy was the person that highlighted it. It was like, bro, we was in New York, and Peggy was like, bro, I don't know what this dude got, but he's so committed to these all black shades. The whole night.
Nah, stop it.
He was committed. Bro,
It's funny I don't
in
got
the
him on right
all-black
now.
club, and this dude was
the
like, bro,
first
can
time
you
I done
see?
seen you with
That is funny.
Bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
5%.
Getting ready today, I went between these two glasses. I'm like, am I going shades or am I going clear?
Bro, that Cali vibe.
How,
bro,
Cali
it was
vibe.
like,
walk through room, bro, it'd be a dark alley. You still keep it. I'm like, bro.
man, and we didn't see that one time, dude.
No, exactly.
He was on there like, hey, bro.
I'm straight.
Boy, pro.
Sprinter, out of the sprinter, in
Boy,
the section.
pro.
I'm like, bro,
Daytime,
this guy's committed.
nighttime.
Hey, that is funny,
And this
dog.
dude told us a story, bro, just for semantic. He was like, that ain't me. I swear to peace. He was telling us this story in the locker room, bro, where a girl sent him a picture. And he was like, bro, that ain't me. I take the credit.
Oh, that's
Bro, I swear to- Bro, I
That
never
ain't me.
laughed
That ain't
so
me.
hard, bro.
Well, I wish that was me.
Man, y'all crazy, bro.
Bro.
Him 110.
That
Nah,
was so funny.
that was
bro.
funny.
He
That
told
was
this
funny,
story,
dog.
dog. And
That
he
was funny.
We're in this phase of like,
That is
we need
funny.
anything. We were well,
Yeah, we
was coming from a loss, like a loss in that off season. So then we was working out. Then bro, he's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Bro, this girl sent me a picture, and it wasn't me. And I had to tell her that wasn't me. I'm saying, bro, what the hell?
Hey.
It was so suspect, but it was so hilarious.
It was so
bro.
suspect, bro.
And I'm saying to myself, bro, that's what I miss most about football.
Yeah.
So while you got this opportunity, bro,
Yeah.
please lean in, because do I miss the sport?
Yeah.
Yes, but I miss the encounters more.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
It's real.
It's one of those things like, hey, bro, our touchdown celebration,
Yeah.
like all those things, and then
Ready,
you
bro.
start to realize, like, as a pedestrian,
Cool.
you don't got it. So therefore, I try to do it with my team.
That's
It's
fire.
like, bro, Peggy means more to me than I can ever admit to, or just to say Jimbo, Double D. Everybody has an intricate, valuable role to me that when I look at them now, this is my football team.
That's fire, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
real.
it's up to you while you're in this space. Now, when you can no longer play or have the opportunity to play, is to make the most and curate what you want it to be.
That's fire, dog.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
needed that, bro. And I honestly, that's what I've been doing these last few weeks, bro, is I've been working on scheduling, so I never planned. And as I get closer to the end, I know that, you know what I'm saying, that's reality. So, like, who am I outside of football? I really question it. You know, we all gonna deal with going through it when it ends. Well, like you said, how do I tame the crash?
Yeah.
How do I slow it down? So I've been making music, man. I got the clothing brand. I love working on my foundation, bro. So just trying to build my life around that. Like, I really enjoy it. I signed with Empire distributing deals, so they, you know what I'm saying, cooking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
But creating lanes, kind of what you get into. So I appreciate the advice. Real
Yeah.
talk. Like, who am I outside of football? And it's been dope. People connect with it and like building a team. So this is inspiring to like see your team. You give them credit, bro, and that's what matters, bro. How we build each other, and that's what I'm on. Yeah, man. So it's been lit, man.
Bro,
So,
use your
appreciate that,
resources,
man.
bro. Use
Absolutely.
your resources, and then closing, bro. Obviously, you know who and what you are. The more that you can show the humanistic side of you,
Facts.
it's everything.
Yeah.
Man, I'm in this phase now, bro, where I'm really trying to become peak
for me. My peak and your peak is two different peaks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not judging, like, I said this for the third time. It's like I'm looking across from Pat McAfee. It's not that I don't appreciate him.
That's fine.
It's like, yo, he's giving me aspirations to know that
That's
a former
real, bro.
athlete can get to that level.
That's real.
And the impact is different. Like, his community is his community, his crowd is his crowd, and my crowd is my crowd.
Yeah.
It's like doing it in an authenticated way that people are like, yo, they don't necessarily know more than just saying, I love your content, bro. So when you say, bro, I got clothes. When somebody say, bro, I love that, bro, that's fire. Bro, I love your music, that's fire. That's my restitution that I place on my heart. Is like, dog, it's beginning to make sense. So keep rocking and rolling, bro.
Yes, sir.
Kendrick Bourne, ladies and gentlemen, a.k.a. Lemon Drop.
Man.
Appreciate you, my boy.
Hey, thank y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all having me. My brothers, man.
With it, what's popping? A familiar guest, Mr. McFadden, as we will call him. You dig what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what I did not know. I feel like somebody just called my name. And it was in one of them tones like, hey. Look, I did not know you and Patrick Peterson was really related.
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all blood cousins are
Blood.
like, oh, that's my cousin, but
Y'all from around the way,
Yeah.
Now we blood cousins, and I'm gonna do one up on you too, Cam. We have another cousin that played at Auburn, Walter McFadden.
What?
He played for the Raiders. He's our cousin also.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
about to make y'all go through y'all family.
Yeah, you talking
Walter-
about who you get mine now?
A former- and then get this though. So in high school, I wore number 8. In high school, Pat wore 7. In high school, Walt wore 6. So when we go to college at Florida State, I wore 8, Pat wore 7, Walt wore 6 at Auburn.
Oh, that's
It's crazy. And then in the league, I wore 20, Pat wore 21, Walt wore 22. And it wasn't even planned that way. It's just how it happened.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I think, bro, it's so important that having dreams and aspirations for the younger generation, you know, to hear these particular conversations and talks. When did you have it on your heart to say, this was the measure of success that I want to kind of get to? Not just coming from Florida, but having aspirations to play at Florida State, then having the opportunity to play, you know, having a very illustrious career, more than most, playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers or teams like the Steelers. You know, when did you really know or buy into the idea that I can be a professional football player?
When I first fell in love with football, football was the first earthly thing
Yeah.
that I fell in love with. And around 8 years old is when I made the commitment to myself that I wanted to do it. We had career day one time in 4th grade. And career day, you're supposed to come, of course, you know, show who you want to be when you grow up. You had lawyers, you had police officers, you had firefighters. I came in as a football player.
Yeah.
So my teacher at the time told me that's not a profession. So you have to pick another profession, a la teacher, principal, police officer. And I said, no, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And my teacher said, if you don't change your profession, I'm going to give you an F. I said, there's no other profession for me. So I was already speaking it into existence because my mom was very, very firm on the tongue is powerful.
Yeah.
And I actually had a love for it. So at that time, man, around 8, 9 years old is when I was like, man, this is what I want to do. And the most important thing for me was to be able to go to college for free. Because I came from a situation where my mom didn't have the funds.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do everything in my power to make sure she wasn't concerned about what I was going to do when I graduated high school.
That's real. So you still speaking now to this day, all right? And you said words are powerful. Tell me about your transition into media now, like, and where you want to be, you know, when it's all said and done.
Man, my transition, man, when my career ended, I got injured, tore my hamstring. And, you know, I had a decent career, but I didn't have a Cam Newton-like career. But you keep it real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're a household name and your name resonates through every community. But I understood that I still had a love for the game.
Yeah.
Even though I can't play anymore, what's the best way I can show my appreciation for the game and my love for the game? People threw coaching ideals at me, but, you know, there's no flexibility in coaching.
No, for sure.
You know, especially if you're coaching college ball. It's a year-round thing. So I said the next best thing would be to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wanted to try my hand at it. And, you know, for us being competitors, you know, when people tell you you can't do it,
Yeah.
that makes you want to do it even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was the changing the guard for me and making this transition. And every day I love it, man. Think about what we do, bro. We watch ball, we talk ball.
Yeah.
It don't get no better than that.
It don't. It don't. Like being on a network, what is it, Fox? That
CBS.
CBS, I'm
Yep.
sorry, CBS. and covering sports or football primarily through the lens of the NFL view as well as the college view, the state of college football.
Oh. Man, come on, man.
Is it a way that you think it can be fixed?
Yeah, if the adults start to act like adults. That's the issue. It feels like we have a bunch of toddlers running the NCAA. There's no structure. There's no regimen, right? There's no fine line of what you can and cannot do. It's the Wild Wild West. Tampering. You know, you can sign with Auburn on the NIL deal for $2 million. Somebody can tell you, hey, man, we got another deal for you in place. You rip that contract up, and you go to Ole Miss now.
Yeah.
There's no stability in building a roster. You know what I mean? So I think the NCAA, man, need to get back to how it used to be to a degree when we were in college, where there was a certain structure. Not to mention how I'm seeing kids, man, number one, stay in college for 7+ years. In those 7 years, they didn't play for 6 different universities.
I mean, yeah.
I got a question for the adults that's watching us right now. At what point in life can you say, God, I want to transfer and get a different life? I don't like what I'm in right now. At what point can we do that as adults?
You got to
why
work.
are we allowing these kids to pick up and move when things are not going accordingly? Now, I know in some cases, guys, it makes sense to transfer.
For sure.
Yes.
If the coach recruited you, you built that relationship, that repertoire with that coach, okay, cool, right? But now, if he leaves, that makes sense. But outside of that, man, they're just picking up and leaving, man. They're not training kids to fight. Being an adult means you got to fight.
Yeah.
Every day, right? You don't own success, you only rent it.
Yeah.
And every day you got to pay that rent.
Bro, I'm looking at a dynamic where what we took pride at with the small kind of caveats or mementos, the Letterman jackets. You know what I'm saying? I had one of the kids, multiple kids, always see my platform as a way to say, hey, I want to commit on your platform. And I'm like, do you really want to commit to the school or you just want this opportunity to get more clout? Now you take a situation to say, hey, I got a Letterman jacket, that's gone. Patches on a Letterman jacket, that's gone. Stickers of pride to be able to say, hey, bro, I've been a 3-year starter here. That's gone. Because the state of college football has now forced athletes to say, it's nothing here left for me to do. And what we were playing for, it wasn't tangible. No. It was just a mental, like, bro, I can always bring my kids back to a Florida State game, bro, and it's love. I can always, you know what I'm saying, know what it felt like to play in Doak Campbell, like for years, like it was dog fights. Well, these kids now, playing for 7, 6, 5 years, you got a different Letterman jacket for different every year, and it's so like, what are we doing?
There's no structure, okay?
But I'm saying, is the knowledge being passed down? Like just how you was able to say, playing in this stadium, the legacy, feeling this emotion, like it's somewhere, shape, or form, it's been a gap within that or that energy, that feeling that hasn't been passed down to the next generation. Do they know, or is it a situation where they just don't care?
I don't want to kind of piggyback or just jump on the bandwagon of tarnishing the players.
Yeah.
Because the players, whether we want to give the credit to it or not, they're doing what coaches have been doing for years.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to hold the players accountable, hold the coaches accountable too.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only difference is players don't have to have the buyouts. One of them actually just got sued by one school, but at the end of the day, they worked it out. Now he can, go play for the University of Miami or Miami University. However, I'm looking at a dynamic now where you got coaches who have always made the best decision for their career.
Mm-hmm. For them.
Now you make the playing fields equal, where now the players can make the best decision for their career, and this is what you're seeing.
Yeah.
So the point of the discussion is when there's no structure,
anything can happen.
And it is happening right before our eyes.
Yeah.
My thoughts on Notre Dame. Viral or not,
Yeah.
the truth is they do have an NBC deal that doesn't warrant them to want to get out, and it brings a lot of money to their university or college. When I say they're not relevant, my premise or my criteria is when you look at viewership, in the 80s, the 90s, Notre Dame was must-see TV. They are college football's Dallas Cowboys. But I would even say, respectfully, the Dallas Cowboys have not been thrusted in the position of like, yo, they win, they win, they win. They're just in front of our eyes, our eyes, our eyes. And when you think about what Notre Dame used to be, it was a way for the propaganda of football to be seen in America. Now when you look at it, Marcus Freeman is a hell of a coach.
I agree.
But the dynamic of how we receive it, we have to put certain things in perspective. And when you give them a caveat to say, hey, y'all rank 12 or higher, we'll automatically give y'all a bid. That's baloney to me, bro.
I agree with you with the premise of they made a special criteria for Notre Dame to be able to get in, a criteria that doesn't apply to the other schools.
That's true.
That's not fair.
That is not.
That's not fair. You made a spot now because of them being exempt from the playoffs last year that if you get into the top 12 moving forward, you're guaranteed a spot without playing in a conference championship game. So if a conference championship game isn't relevant or needed for Notre Dame, why is it relevant for Auburn?
Exactly. With the schedule that they built themselves.
Why is it relevant for Ohio State? I've been one to say since they implemented this new 12-seed playoff landscape, conference championship games are like the in-season title for the NBA. It's a trophy, but it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Now, if you look at it, if you're Ole Miss, you were actually happy you didn't play in the SEC championship game.
Right.
You didn't have an extra game to get beat up in,
Right.
mentally and physically. You had that bye week to go off and really get things rolling. So college football, the entire landscape has no structure, bro. If you didn't know any better, you thought there were no decision makers overseeing the NIL, the transfer rules or the lack thereof. Coaches, how can a coach in college football leave a team in the midst of a season
and still want the right to coach? Knowing that you with the ops now.
I'm coaching both sides.
You would never see Bobby Bowden wanting to say, hey, I'm about to go to coach at Florida. Or let's just say Mississippi State.
Anywhere. That would be the equivalent of seeing a coach like Mike McDonald leave Seattle in the midst of the playoffs.
That's true. It's like, hey, but let me show up to the Super Bowl game, though. Let me finish that on out.
But I still want that Super Bowl check.
Yeah.
In the ring if they get it. Like, NCAA, what y'all doing?
Yeah.
Come on, the game is still special.
Yeah.
It's still a special platform, the game is, but there's so many things that are not in the field related that makes no sense.
But I'll say, my last thing, too, on this topic is when you start to factor in the nostalgia of college football, one of the things that we took pride in was bowl games.
Yeah.
How do you fix that now?
See, that's the thing. Now, with bowl games still having a place, but they're not as relevant because if you're not competing for championships, what are we doing?
Not even showing up.
So I don't know if they can actually fix bowl games, Cams, because I'll do your question for you. Let's say you was at Auburn right now, right? And you're an NFL legit prospect. You guys didn't make the playoffs. Are you going to play in the Gator Bowl?
Wow.
You getting ready for the draft prep.
But peep this, though.
Right?
And you came out of Florida State when?
2004.
All right. I'll give you one better. Well, in 2000, I think it was 2003. I want to say 2003, 2004. Was that when Vince Young played Michigan?
05.
But no. Vince Young played
in the Rose Bowl. It was in the Rose Bowl.
It was 2 Rose Bowl games.
Yeah.
But one year he played USC, which for the national championship. The year before that, he played Michigan.
I think that could have been 04.
Right?
I think you could be right.
But what I'm saying is there was so much around that game. That was almost Vince Young's coming out party for what we were to see in the following year.
Yeah, you're right.
That was a bowl game, and in this day and age, that's an irrelevant bowl game.
It is.
That still didn't keep seniors from playing in it.
Yeah.
It was a great matchup.
It was a great matchup.
Very good Michigan team versus a very good Texas team. And knowing that some of the best performances were to see teams that were non-conference teams go against each other, and they was fighting because of the lineage of the team.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that now college football has become a semi-pro-esque type of thought process because there's no amateur sports no more. But understanding, like, how do we bring back the importance of rituals?
Yeah.
How do we bring back the importance of, like, yo, like, even though, how can we get every game to mean something?
Like how it used to be. There's because I still watch bowl games to this day, right? But I don't know if it will get back to being how you just displayed for us because of the 12-team playoffs in the national championship. And eventually, they're going to increase it from 12 to 16. So then when that happens, it really diminishes bowl games.
It's like,
how they used to be.
I got a fix for it, though.
What you got? Commissioner Cam, what you got?
Yeah.
Easy. You turn bowl games into in-season games. Pete, you know how you have kickoff games?
Yeah.
That's now the new bowl game. And then also, where you have two to multiple bye weeks, you were to say, hey, the second best plays the first best of that specific conference.
Okay.
Right? A Big 12 opponent, a Big 10 opponent plays ACC or SEC. Now, this is what everybody's avoiding. Very competitive games in the middle of the season.
In the middle of the season, yeah.
But what it would do is bring back the aura of NCAA football where it has never been consistently. We may luck up and say, Alabama gonna play a USC?
Yeah.
A good USC team? I want to see that.
Yeah. That's
But the only real depth of competition comes in the SEC. Yeah. Like for Ohio State to play Michigan State, it's like, okay, it's hit or miss for Michigan State. You know Ohio State is going to be able to compete. They're going to have talent. Yeah. But if we can wedge in, hey, if we can have a matchup where an SEC has to play a Big 12 or a Big 10 team and an SEC team intertwined, that would make...
So basically, not to cut you off, but it's basically what we see in NCAA basketball.
Yes.
The Big 10 ACC challenge.
Yes.
Like those type of challenges where every year you're going to have this influx of Big 10 SEC, Big 12 ACC,
right.
And you put the who's of the who.
Because everybody's protecting the O.
Yeah.
Everybody's protecting undefeated season. Everybody's not going to be Indiana. And I would say, I'm sorry, but I would say Indiana is being compared to the 2019 LSU.
No, you can't do that. No, we're not doing that.
But statistically, they can go statistic versus statistic.
No,
the only reason why you can't is because of who LSU played. Their strength of schedule is the only difference.
It is. But my eye test tells me Indiana was a good team, but they're nowhere in the same conversation as that 2019 LSU team. They're nowhere in the conversation. And I'll do one more up for you guys with this to debate about. I don't consider Indiana to be a top 5 all-time college team.
No.
Period. In my opinion.
No. All time, though?
All time.
What about in the last 10 years?
In the last 10 years? Heck, I'm putting 2 of those Alabama teams in the top 5. Right? LSU will be in there. I can't overlook the Deshaun Watson championship team. Right? That Ohio State team from what we saw last year.
Yeah.
Right?
The Ohio State with Ezekiel Elliott and Michael Thomas.
12
games.
Like what do we like that Ohio State? I was only talking about Ohio State last year.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one who took Alabama to the woodshed, if I'm not mistaken, in that playoff run. So Indiana was a great story, but the reason why is because Fernando Mendoza is a good quarterback.
Okay.
He's nowhere close to doing what Joe Burrow did.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow threw 60 touchdowns. 60, bro. 60.
But what about his receivers, though, what he had to throw to?
You don't even want to talk about those receivers.
It still was 60 touchdowns.
You don't even want to talk about their receivers. We're talking about, at that time, Joe Burrow was the best. It wasn't a debate about it.
Yeah.
If Joe Burrow played against that Miami team in the national championship game, which I love, he would not have struggled against them like how Fernando Mendoza did because of what was surrounding him.
Correct.
So I understand they're 16-0, but no, I mean, you can debate me on that one. I'm not taking They were not in my top 5.
They wasn't?
No.
There's a statistic I'm trying to pull up that
That
has.
Deshaun Watson Clemson team that
That
beat Alabama, I think, in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Or they lost to Deshaun Watson. Never won.
Who the national championship?
That was
the Clemson team.
The Clemson team.
Clemson. That was
When they beat that
Not
was it
Lawrence.
Alabama. It was in the semifinal. It wasn't for the national.
I know they beat Alabama leading up to that championship
Yes.
run, but that Alabama team was great. So
Would you put them over that Florida State team with
2013?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That was.
You had 22 starters get drafted.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? And look at Jameis' season.
Yeah, facts.
So, nah, I ain't going to discredit what Indiana did, but I'm saying when y'all talk about all time, man, you got to look at player per player, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's the deciding factor, player for player.
I can't bring it at this particular point, but what I would tell you is this. Both teams have a lot of similarities. Heisman Trophy winner.
But they said that's a weak class.
Listen, the point differential. when you're upwards of 30 points, that's dominant.
It is.
You see what I'm saying? But man, listen.
Joe Burrow, what we talking about? The man threw 60 touchdowns, bro.
I get it.
Against high-level teams.
I get it.
What are you talking
I get
about?
it. Like the matchup of that year was the two. I don't think we will ever really see a matchup that we probably took for granted at that time. But the 2019 LSU versus Alabama probably housed more NFL athletes in the matchup.
Come on, man.
Bro, I'm talking about you got Devontae Smith going against Singletary.
Come on.
You got so many different. The running backs on both sides was just explosive.
2019, man, y'all can't do Indiana like that, man. Indiana keep it real, man. I understand, great team, but that LSU team was special. And I'll throw in one of those, the 01 Miami team.
That's why I said 10 years.
I'm sorry.
When you start going all time,
You go all time. You go all time. That's a different boat you got to swim
I can't
in.
give them 10. They ain't in my top 5 in the last.
Not even in 10.
No.
Man, hold on. Before you get out of here, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I said if you were to put them teams on the same field, LSU gonna mollywop them.
Okay.
Now LSU defense wasn't as good as Indiana's.
So who could compete all time in your book of who could compete with the 2019 LSU team?
That Vince Young championship team.
That'd be a good one. Texas?
Yes, that Texas team. That 01 Miami team.
I wouldn't throw no USC teams in there?
USC for sure.
Yeah,
I would say
USC. Yeah, USC.
You got Lindell White, obviously Reggie.
Yes.
Matt Leinart. Mike Williams.
Yeah.
I
think Steve Smith was on that team too.
Yep.
That 01 Miami team was hell. I mean, yeah. I would throw those teams out there before I throw Indiana out there.
We're good. I think we get to that point, but it's sad that when you keep it a buck and when it's backed by reasoning and logic, people will still say you're bitter.
I know.
You're a hater.
They're trying to tell me.
If they don't got nothing else to say,
You know what I'm saying?
put a bit of card out.
They call Cam a hater every week.
Oh
don't
my
they?
every day. I love it. I wear it so proudly. But we got to talk about this, though. The game, the big game. We here at Super Bowl. Now, what is some of your key takeaways or your key matchups this game?
Offensive line for New England, can they protect Drake May? I mean, he's been sacked 15 times in 3 games. That's 5 a game, right? So if they can protect him, he will be more prolific. If they can't, we're going to see some of the same struggles. But also, if they struggle, they're playing against an offense that does not have the deficiencies that the offenses they faced in the playoffs had. Seattle is a more equipped offense to put points on the scoreboard. Houston didn't have the same luxury.
Yes.
The Chargers didn't have the same luxury because they couldn't protect. And they played against a backup quarterback in the AFC Championship.
They be saying they be getting a lot of hall passes on their way to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
So that
Little
hall
skip pass,
that golden ticket.
skip down.
Get out of jail free card.
If they don't protect Drake May, old Sam I think can put points on the scoreboard.
And what would it be like as a former teammate of mine to look at Sam Darnold with now you got to get a prefix of Super Bowl winning quarterback?
Wow, right?
Wow.
Sam Darnold.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Bro.
That's why coaching is so important.
No.
They rid him off. They wrote him
player
off.
partner. The distinguished, cerebral Mr. McFadden.
That's my guy. Always, man. Y'all boy keep
Appreciate
killing
you,
it,
brother.
man.
Thank you, dog. Good with it. What's popping? Here with another segment of 4th and 1 right here on 2026 Radio Row. a Super Bowl 60.
Yeah.
We're blessed with an opportunity to talk to a person, an athlete, a person who has a biopic from the legendary Dwayne Johnson, Mr. Mark Kerr.
Oh man,
Smashing machine.
Yeah, I you don't understand. Like this is like I don't get starstruck very often, Cam. Like seriously.
Yeah, thank you.
Seriously, man. Because it's just one where like for me, watching you just chart your own course, own path, have your own. For me as an athlete, as a person, it meant a lot, right? It meant a lot. So thank you for having me. This is
I want to talk about the idea of somebody playing you.
Yeah.
And what did that process look like? What was those conversations like?
Yeah.
What was the whole?
It's so Dwayne needed something from me, like when him and I would talk, right? And he would talk about like what were you feeling in these moments? Like he was digging for I call them emotional nuggets, right? Like something he can anchor himself to and go like, oh, that's that feeling, right? And then he looks in himself like he's gone through a lot of struggles too. His hasn't been this just rise to the top.
Yeah.
And so, through the whole process, it was incredible amount of respect they paid because like Dwayne would say, you're alive, it's a biopic, I have feedback from you, right? You're not in the grave, right? So it was new territory for Dwayne and Emily. They had never done a biopic where the person or people are alive. So the process was they held it in a lot of reverence, a lot of respect.
Yes.
And they're very diligent about getting details right and understanding the complexities of what was going on with me at the time. And it's just like mad respect for how much detail went into it.
Just honestly, I haven't watched the movie.
Yeah.
But what I will say is this. I have a sense of every athlete understands the story that is probably being told of misunderstanding and battling with mental health.
Oh my God. So Cam, this is what's like God has put me in this position, I believe.
Yes, sir.
To be this vulnerable person, to understand like talking about stuff that's deep. Like as a man, I'm supposed to just right? I'm supposed to eat my feelings, and it's like that's not who I am though.
Correct.
Right? My strength and power is connecting with another human being, right? Like I call it my superpower. It's like you want to sit down and you want to get real with me, I can get real with you. Because I talk, I want to talk about real things, man. The struggles that I went through, like my life has had this up and down, up and down, up and down. And sometimes it's hit so far bottom. I said the worst place I've ever been is when I've had no hope. Like a hopeless state of mind where I didn't know how to get out of the place I was in. And grabbing on that little, and you know what's crazy? Like the person around me, you get one person that still had belief in you. And that was the lifeline, man. Like, you still believe in me when I don't believe in myself. And that's the miracle of this process of like people showing up in my life at the exact moment I needed that. And Dwayne's one of them.
Man, that's nuts. It's so beautiful to kind of talk about. But what I would share is this. There comes a time where every bold personality is misunderstood.
Oh, for sure.
And as you were talking, I'm sitting there saying, I know we don't have enough airtime to kind of talk about how you're able to kind of know that somebody's looking at you like, oh my God, he's so big, he's so scary.
Yeah.
But then when they talk to you, you have to make sure that you conform into a digestible version. That they not look at you as a monster.
So here's the crazy thing. Like through my fighting career, when somebody would engage with me and talk with me, they didn't understand it was a backhanded compliment going, oh my God, you speak so well. On the other side of it, I was going, what'd you think? I was an idiot?
Yes.
Right? And so everybody has this projection of like when they look at you and they have a certain thing and you don't meet up to it, or so it's one of those, like through my MMA career, man, I they didn't have a standard of what it was to be a mixed martial artist. They didn't know. So I showed up I literally, Cam, I showed up at like the press conferences, everybody's in tracksuits and t-shirts. I showed up in $1,000 Calvin Klein suit that I couldn't afford. because I was setting a standard of what I wanted to be, not what they expected me to be.
Can I ask you a very sensitive topic? Have you been able to identify what your triggers are?
Yeah.
And being in such a violent sport, when it happens in everyday life, how are you able to cope with that?
Oh.
And what were they? If you don't
Well, you know what? Part of what I never had a pause button. I didn't know how to pause. Like I would emotionally react to my environment and everything around it. You challenge me, You challenge me. It was this part of me where I didn't know how to pause in those moments. And those were my triggers. It's like this reaction to everything around me without having the ability to pause for a minute, a second, and just gather myself, and then contemplate the next step forward. And so, it's this incredible thing. Like even through the experience of Dwayne making a movie and doing all this, like I had to remind myself, like the only thing that I could do is be present. I had to be where my feet are. I would say to myself, be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. Because then in that moment when I'm present, I can be grateful. I can have humility. And it's these avenues that I never had before. Like through this process, I'm like, oh my gosh, man, it's such a blessing because I didn't have this stuff. Like I just ran into the wall 10 times in a row before somebody goes, hey,
fighter mentality. Like I gotta just keep going.
Gotta keep going, man.
Conquering it.
I'll say this though, Mark, you have no idea the battles that I fight internally.
No, man.
And having a person that knows, like, bro, we could be in the grocery store.
Oh yeah.
And if you make eye contact,
it's
like as a warrior, everybody, like it's a tricky thing to be like, yo, bro, I'm different, and knowing that it takes a look where it's like, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And
I got it.
like
I
that.
got it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's hard for me sometimes is realizing that there's nobody around me that empathize that feeling. And for me, that's triggering.
Yeah.
Because what my sport taught me was I fear no man.
Yeah.
Even though you're bigger than me, you're
Doesn't
strong,
matter.
it don't matter.
It don't matter.
You're going to
Yeah.
get a version of me
Yeah.
that I have to turn into.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
almost
God.
like you have children.
So I have a 21-year-old son.
So if somebody plays with your son, bro, it could be whoever.
Yeah.
Knowing that you don't worry about the what you're putting yourself into to save that. All you know is I have to save myself.
Absolutely, for sure.
And thank you for being a vessel for guys like me to be able to say, dang, I know what you feel, bro.
Yeah.
And it's a very empty space sometimes.
It completely.
But it's one of those things that if you know, bro, it's a appreciation that will always supersede.
It's because that allows us to connect.
Yes.
Because it's one where like until I was able to verbalize and talk to somebody, I thought I was alone.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure that. Like, why am I feeling? Why am I doing?
Yeah.
And then once I started connecting with other alphas, to understand like, oh, I got it. I got it.
Man, listen.
I got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Kerr, bro, the legend. Please, and I'm gonna take this challenge to watch the biopic. I would love to get your information because, there's not a lot of people that can feed off, and as the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. And I know you could be a good, vessel for me, man. Thank you so much for your time.
No, Cam, this is my pleasure, man. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate
man.
you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Yo, what's good with it? What's popping?
Uh-huh.
Super Bowl 60, my player
60.
partner. One of my role models growing up, man. I always got to say it, I always got to give flowers, man. The man, the myth, the legend, Adam Jones, by way of Mr. Pac-Man. My
you
boy.
smell me.
How you think?
What up, man?
Yeah.
That check done cleared, ain't it?
Nah, this is old jury. I bought this in 2005.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
That was when I first got the check.
But it's still blinging though.
Still
So you had to have clinked it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to buy what's right. When the price is right, you got to
You know
buy
what I'm
what's
saying?
No cap.
Talk to me, man. What you got going on? What you got?
Man, politely raw. You know what I'm doing. Having a chance to sit behind the mic and critique a lot of things that people critique me about. I stay off the field shit.
Yeah.
I like to really critique the on the field stuff. You know what I mean? I got a good partner with Bet Online. They've been really good to me. We got a lot of artists too. Like Bad Bunny, first song, a lot of shit. We got a lot of stuff going on. What's up with my boy though?
But you still remain you though, through it all. And it's like, but that's so pat, man. And it is what it is. And it's like you got politely raw, extra on the raw.
No, for real.
Like, bro, tell me about you staying true to yourself. Is it an Atlanta thing? Is it just a you thing? Because that's one thing y'all both do got to come.
It's definitely an Atlanta thing. Like, growing up in our culture, being from the west side, Camden Road, that side of town, like, we always was told what we can't do. You ain't big enough. You're too slow. Like, we've been battling the arts our whole life as far as, like, where we come from. Because, like, it ain't too many of us that make it out there. Well, I ain't going to say that because Westlake is a mecca, I shall say.
Yeah.
NFL players, definitely the cornerback position right now, Cam.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Not gonna cap.
Cam is the only quarterback.
AJ Terrell.
Yeah.
AJ Terrell, AV Terrell, two brothers that obviously went to Westlake, man, and it's one of them things now, dog, that even though he wasn't the first, he was what inspired the next, and I inspired the following, and then now you see individuals that, like, bro, it's a badge of honor. It's almost like one of them things, like, I want my kids to go to Westlake just off of
what you said.
You feel me? It's like what Atlanta has been able to been ingrained in me and how I carry myself. It's not the switch up. It's not authentic. It's just like a way of life. You know what I'm saying? As you know, Westlake was always considered the good school, the proper school before it was Langston.
Yes.
But what they didn't know, they went on the other side of 285 to go get the Ben Hills of the world. Then you had to go get Washington Road. Then you had to go to so many different spots in Atlanta.
Cascade.
Just to bring it to Westlake. So we were definitely cultured in a identity, dare I say, identity-stricken place, because some would say, oh, that was the preppy school, when it was actually Mays, who, you know, was really that. But what I would say to this is, everywhere I go, I always have a piece of Atlanta with me. How I carry myself, how I handle myself, and understand, like, not a lot of folks understand what it's like to come from the actual slums. I seen this dude, bro. First time I really saw you, I was in the 9th grade, and you came back, you drove a Rolls Royce, and it was like a black fur. And I'm like, dang, I want to be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like that was what I deemed as success.
Correct.
Now, you know, also being from, you know, Southwest Atlanta, the box Chevy, the bubble Caprice, the beat, like those were luxury cars to us that we didn't know.
SS.
You know what I'm saying? The Grand Nationals, like those old school cars was so impactful to how our development was. But to this, being in this world of content or representing yourself in a manner, what's the biggest misconception of Adam Pac-Man Jones?
A lot of people just read the outside of the cover, bro, and don't get a chance to read the whole book. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got things that have bothered me and kind of can contribute to some of the shit. Like, my dad got killed right in front of me. Like, I went from making a little money to one day you got $14 million in the bank. So, like, I think a lot of people are misconcepted about me. Like, they don't know me. They just read the cover, and like, my heart is so big. Like, I love, like, my thing is about family. Like, if I excuse my French, but if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. And if I don't, like, it's on the other side of the fence. But like, a lot of people just don't know, and they think I'm dumb. Like, I made fucking $12.50 on SAT. I'm not dumb, people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What you made now?
$12.50. You know what I mean? I was committed to Georgia Tech.
With
ain't nobody.
You gotta have them great.
With or without help?
Huh?
Under. $12.50 SAT?
Did you
with or
get
without
help?
help?
No help. On my mama.
I just
Swear to God. Swear to God.
Joe.
No, I understand.
Hey,
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, sure. It's a needed
great
question. What I would say, too, a lot of people don't realize your impact to actual artists, you know, music artists, one being Young Thug, right? How has that dynamic kind of been for you, being an athlete, but also having crossover? I remember, what's my boy, Jody Breeze. Like a lot of different musicians or musical artists you have great relationship with, and where does it stem from?
Well, first of all, you know, like, all the artists really want to be football players or basketball players. Like, regardless of what anybody says. Our tax bracket is a lot different than certain artists' tax bracket.
That's true.
But, like, I've always been into culture. Like, growing up in Atlanta, like, I was outside. I wasn't inside. I was outside. So I had a chance to be around everything. Young Jeezy. Like, I was with Jeezy when Jeezy was broke. Like, me and Jeezy in Miami, and I'm paying the tab. You heard what I said?
Yeah.
Like, I've been around, like, I'm talking about Turk. Like, I've been around a lot of people that's who's now that when I grew up in 2005, I was the one with the bag.
Yeah.
I was the one who was showing love. I was the one who was paying for studios. I was the one who had the studio.
Yeah.
Like, we had Dallas Austin studio, bro. Like, Young Thug, 21 Savage. What's the producer who going crazy right now? 808. Metro.
Southside.
All them came through our studio. And shout out to my boy Chris. Chris was running the studio, but like, all them came through our studio. And we weren't even charging them for studio time because it was way more bigger than that. Like, all right, let me see, because I know he's talented.
Yeah.
Let me see how I can help him. You get what I'm saying?
But that's one thing I do see about Atlanta, and that's why I live there now, is because it's like this, y'all gonna help out. I'm gonna look out for you. I see you got a talent, I'm gonna invest in you. Like, where does that come? Like, is it the city? Is it how you raised? But it's just, I don't know, it's this aura about it. It's like, bruh, I know you trying to come up, I'm gonna help you. Just like you said, I'm gonna pay your tab. I'm gonna take care of the studio. Cause I'm on, I'm gonna take care of you so you can be on. Like, where is that?
It's almost like restitution.
Yeah.
It's like somebody did it for us.
Yeah.
So therefore, this is my way of giving back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now
because that don't happen everywhere.
The sucker would take that and act as if I did it by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where Kevin Pope, Rusty Beatles, you know, individual Dallas Allen, Coach Allen, all those same people impacted my life.
Yes.
That also impacted his. Coach Darren Rogers.
Yes.
Individuals that's like, yo, like, that was your like, hell yeah, we did the same type of, you know, situation.
Even growing up though, Cam, like, I was in Boat Rock, which was one of the crazy, and in Bankhead Court. But like, I was the kid in the projects where they was like, hey bro, you can't be up here on the corner.
They're looking out.
I'm talking about as a jit, and my grandma was the bootlegger and everything, but like, as far as you coming up here trying to make some money, hell no. Like, you gonna play football. You gonna play basketball.
Yeah.
You are chosen.
You the one.
Yeah.
You the
like,
one.
Once that type of shit instilling you, like, damn, man, they really was like making sure that like I didn't fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing, bro. Like, I be having to question some of the athletes now, cause, bro, I told the story of, man, my brother, older brother, inserted fear in my heart about when he said, bro, I was in a hot box, like everybody smoking weed. That nigga looked me in my soul and said, bro, I will beat your ass if I ever see you smoking weed. Yeah. Right? And I never smoked weed a day of my life. It was just one of them things like, bro, there's rules of engagement that the hood always abide by. And that's what most cultures don't understand. It's like, bro, we are never put you in harm's way. That's my job to be the bad guy. Who mess with, don't worry about it. Go
I
get
got it.
And that's what it was. Man, one of the first people, when I had a little situation.
Man, what I tell you, Ken?
I said, no, bro.
Sit back, bro. I'm
No.
about to go fuck these folks up.
It was one of those dynamics where it was a viral moment. Everybody was like, bro, is that really Cam?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I had such an outpour of support, Pac-Man being one of the ones like, bro, if you say the word, it's done. But people don't realize, like, when you have a side of you that people don't really show, don't think that it's sweet.
Don't think
it ain't.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you see the clothes, you see, the outlandish, kind of takes that you may think, but it's all for the greater good of us speaking our truth to an audience that may not have the same mic volume as
Come on, man. Preach, man.
Yeah.
And like they don't understand that. They see the hat, you know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
Cam got a hat on. Y'all don't even know what's behind the hat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They looking at the outfit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Please
You know
don't.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Please don't. But I don't want to lead with that because the object was always to get out
Yes.
and to come back
And
when you
give back.
wanted to. You see what I'm saying? Don't come back because you have to.
Right.
Come back because you want to.
Get somebody else out.
Bro, it's
on,
too
man.
many times that, man, I'm raised in the hood, stayed in the hood, man, man, that's your story, bro. Man, get some money, get out of the hood, and only come back when you want to.
And help somebody, bro. Like,
And that's-
same way with what you doing with C1N. Like, I had a chance to coach with you. Like, how many kids you got in the league right now, bro? Like, what are we talking about? Like,
A lot.
come on, man.
A lot. And then, but
Come on,
you see it firsthand because you was coaching when you saw a Dante.
Yes.
And you said, well, he really good.
Man, I seen Dante Moore go 15 for 15. Not a bad ball for damn near 7 games. I said, Cam,
Bro,
this motherfucker from Detroit.
Yeah, facts.
For sure.
No, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was shocking. Because I'm asking Cam, like, damn, is he going to throw one incompletion today?
It was that efficient.
It was.
But that joy that you have, that's why I have the still kind of connection with the kids to say, like, bro, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Because to see them fulfill their vision or their destiny, so to speak, to play the game of football, and it's like, bro, I seen this dude show up in a Rolls Royce with chinchilla, and he did it his way. I'm gonna do it my way, which is gonna impact somebody else to do it their way too, bro.
Yeah.
So always will be a measure of respect knowing that there was somebody that came before me that was great way before I even thought, or as they say in the hood, thunk about being great myself. You know what I'm saying? How long you in town for, bro?
I'm here till Sunday.
You going to the game?
I ain't going to the game. I got a country music song out right now, Tailgate, with me and Jimmy Allen. I'm performing at the tailgate of the Super Bowl, but me going to the game.
Look at you.
Bro, I can't go to the game, bro. Like, mentally, as an athlete.
Yeah.
Maybe because I haven't been to the Super Bowl. It was just like Pro Bowl. Like, I'm not going to Hawaii until I make Pro Bowl. All right, make Pro Bowl. All right, now it's cool for me to go to Hawaii. You know what I mean? But, like, it's got to be somebody really close to me that's playing in the Super Bowl. I mean, cousin, somebody that had a chance to be a part of their life, a Dante Moore, a Chris Henry. Somebody that's impactful for me to go and just watch the game.
No,
like,
for sure.
that's, as an athlete, like, I like to critique the game, but as far as me going to the game,
That's for
to the
fans.
stadium,
It's like fandom.
I ain't going through the tunnel. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Because once you, I guess, it's like once you hit the field, it's like that's the best seat in the house.
Yes.
But that's the thing. I only been to one Super Bowl in my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, as a fan, whatever.
I've never been to one.
I'll watch it, but actually going to
Going
one,
to the game, yeah.
and I've come to every single Super Bowl probably outside of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to, hey, bro, you going to the game? I'm like,
Nah. Yeah.
Because that first experience of running out, it is a special moment.
It is, bro.
Where you can feel the
Running out the
camera.
tunnel, period.
Yeah.
Is a special moment.
You feel that attention. And unfortunately, my experience wasn't what anybody would want, but I had the opportunity to experience.
You said run out the tunnel though is an experience that you never like forget. It's a moment. now in life as human citizens.
You'll never get that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is anything comparable to
Yeah, yes it is. Hell yeah.
Talk to
Seeing
me.
my kids fucking perform. Like my son is, you know, everybody be like, oh yeah, nah. This motherfucker ran 13.9 as a 7-year-old. He is him.
Yeah.
He just won the national championship, had 14 touchdowns in 4 games.
That feel like you did it.
He is him.
Yeah.
So like that feeling right there, like I can kind of weigh that up with running out of the tunnel because like that shit give you that same kind of jitterbug, like, oh yeah, I'm him. No, he's him.
Yeah.
So like, but besides that, hard. Like I don't plan on having no more kids.
Yeah.
But I'll say it this way. I don't know how it is for you watching your children play, but for me, I'm scared.
What you mean?
I'm not.
Like I'm so scared of my kids when they playing because I want them to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And being the figure I am, people expect, oh, that's
way
Cam's
more.
son.
Oh, they got to. Yeah.
And I don't want them, it comes with it, but I don't want them to feel success only comes by just touchdowns only.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I teach
not
as
true.
a parent.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, bro, did you have fun?
Yeah.
Number one.
Right.
And also, did you do what you could do to make your impact?
Your effort.
And if that is what you did, I don't give a damn if you had a catch. Because at 10, with Chosen's age, bro, if you fire at 10 and you ain't fire at 16 or 17 when it's now time for you to get scholarships, I felt like I failed as a parent.
I don't know, Cam. I don't know if I agree with you on that.
Wow.
Like, cuz when we was growing up, that wasn't like your brother told you.
But you got two
better
different-
put that goddamn weed down.
Yeah.
We're expected to be the unexpected.
But were you the savior for your family?
Yes, I was.
Were you the savior for your family?
Yes, he was.
Is your son the savior for you?
No.
No.
That's the difference.
But when they start seeing things, you know, Pat McAfee, Cam Newton's show, ESPN, it give them something to reach for.
But certain things though, Pat, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just not, it's not to say that it's unrealistic. It should not be your floor of what you're measuring success
No.
to be.
I'm not saying that.
See what I'm saying?
But my son wake up every morning and tell me I'm gonna be better than you, Dad. I'm not measuring it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love you if you got 2 yards, 10 yards,
Yeah.
whatever you saying. But if you want to push it to the limit, I'm gonna support you first and foremost. If you
Hold
make it
your
or don't make it, like we don't like.
Yeah.
We cool. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
But if you want to be the best, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do by any means necessary to push you to that level.
Yeah.
Like, if that means, all right, you want to work out Saturday morning at 5:30 in the morning, which I don't want to work out 5:30 in the morning. Shit, I prefer to work out at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to, all right, set my alarm just because he want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Listen, the only thing that I hope and I expect from my kids, that not that I expect, I just hope that they get bit by the bug of obsession.
Yes.
I was so obsessed
Yes.
with football that I was ready to come to blows because you didn't see what I saw in me.
Right.
I lived on Welcome Road by way of Forte, Scarborough Road. And my oath to myself, anytime I feel the urge, I'm gonna work.
Yeah.
And I work. It was one time I challenged, like, bro, it's 2 a.m. Floyd Mayweather had just beat Oscar De La Hoya. And he had this clip that he was running down the street. He was very polarizing because he was going against the grain of like what a champion would be. And I heard him say like, bro, it don't matter if God for me, who could be against me? And I'm saying to myself, this dude, I don't know what time it was, but it was dark. So I'm saying
Always run late.
he was successful, so I had to translate that to my field. 2 a.m., I went and ran. So much so, my grandmother, God rest her soul, she come downstairs, she thought somebody was robbing the house. And I just got back from running like 3 or 4 miles, and I was like, no, Hattie,
Hold on. You better
it's me.
Don't shoot me,
It's
bro.
me. But that obsession of knowing that me translating success with always being the most fit, always being ready for a moment, that by the time it was time to perform, it was nothing that you was willing to, that you could tell me that I ain't already been.
Yeah. Right.
So my kid's obsession versus my obsession is two different things.
But as long as they're obsession with something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Positive
saying.
way, yeah.
That.
Everybody ain't gonna be Cam Newton, Pac-Man Jones. I got 3 kids, 2 girls, 1 boy. He just so happened
Yeah.
to be obsessed with what I was doing.
Yeah.
And like, he got to see Chris Henry. He got to be around you
For sure.
when we traveling and seeing all this. So he obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But like, he obsessed with a lot of other stuff too. I'll say that. Like,
Yeah.
He one of the smartest kids I've fucking ever met, bro. Like he can read better than me damn near as a fucking, I swear to God, bro.
1250.
Read this,
SAT.
Read this real quick, man.
I'm talking about for real. But like, Junior, what did it say, Junior? You know what I mean? My eyes getting bad, man. But like, being obsessed with something, it ain't got to be sports.
Yeah.
Is what
That's
makes
the key,
everybody what it is. You know what I mean? And like, we see owners hire their daughters, their grandkids.
Nepotism.
Jerry Jones is a prime example. These kids get to see this shit. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this is Jerry World. Guess what they get obsessed with?
The business.
That star.
Yeah.
And learning how can I either magnitude what I can do to get to where Jerry at.
Magnify.
Or,
Yeah.
magnify. Get to where Jerry at or in one of these positions.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing. And like, you see it early though. You see it early. And sometimes it's some late bloomers, but you're gonna see what they like. And everybody, it ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
This shit is not for everybody.
Man, Pat, that's our time, bro.
I appreciate you
think
having me, my boy.
Where we are right now is on our second hill. And the fact that I see where you came from and seeing who you are now, and it's the same Pat.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, bro. Adam Pat-Man Jones, ladies and gentlemen.
Smell me.
Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I did.
Yeah.
So, we good?
Yeah, we good.
Appreciate you, bro.
Man,
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you, bro.